what happened last time? We fought and didn't die.
We fought
That was and didn't die.
We fought
That was okay. And didn't
and then
die.
Dana, we fought
That was
Asia.
okay.
Dana
And
was
didn't
from
die.
Indonesia.
That was okay.
Dana
And
was from
didn't die.
Indonesia.
That was okay.
Dana
And
was
didn't
from
die.
Indonesia.
That was okay.
Dana
And
was
didn't
from
die.
Indonesia.
That was okay.
Dana
And
was
didn't
from
die.
Indonesia.
That was okay.
Dana
I
was
was
from
there.
Indonesia.
I was there. 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 Hi, chaotic. 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 I was there. Hi, chaotic.
Happens. The neighbors let their dogs roam. They end up in everyone's yards.
Oh.
I don't know how to fix that.
Yeah, is it still going?
Oh, there we go. No, it seems to have stopped. What was that?
I don't know. Yeah, no
Scary,
kidding.
sorry. There's nothing more than an echoey British
My
person
music
again.
came through?
I am logged in. I can't set this up for us.
I know.
But yeah, so we were saying?
Okay, are we good now on sound?
I think so.
In the comment section, let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know down in the comments whether we sound normal.
So we got Silvaco.
I'm not talking about accents.
Loki was sat and was like, I was hoping to help you guys strategize, and we did strategize. It didn't work.
Yeah. What the heck? I was hoping you'd strategize.
Speak for yourself.
we did strategize.
We tried.
It didn't work. So, because like
Gale
Silvaco
threw stones and healed people.
Yeah.
Literally,
Gale did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Which is what he always does.
Split himself in half. And created two of himself. What were we meant to do? So, he split himself in half. We all almost died. Cadus was the only one that didn't go down. Dana and Gale went down twice.
Peter went down once.
And the thing is, he also
got yeeted into the death cloud.
And because this is the second time that your character got injured and pretty much killed because of my spells.
My child, everyone.
But yeah, so
Yay.
And Kitty is canonically adopted now.
Yeah, Kittis is canonically adopted by Cedar now, but
Cedar's a mother.
But Cedar, so we managed to eventually take him down, and then he exploded, and we don't know if he's dead. But he exploded on all of us. We don't know that.
He is dead.
I don't trust Oko.
I hope he's dead.
I decided he's dead.
He exploded.
I hope he's dead.
And the thing is,
I'm ready for him to be dead.
Raven Queen refused to answer my question on what happens to gods when they die, and she's just like, "That's not my department."
To be fair, out of all beings to answer that kind of question, it's probably a good idea for her to not answer your character.
I want to know what happens when
I
they
know you
die.
do. I'm saying from her perspective. What?
It's hot
I'm
when
sorry.
gods die.
Chaotic. What's hot? I am terrified of the context, but I need to know.
But so then, anyway,
It's like death.
so the
Death
Raven
is
Queen
hot.
answered me,
Oh,
and we
I was
learned
expecting
apparently
Silvercoat exploding.
the reason why he was so strong is because he had such a big freaking ego that he's just like, I'm gonna hype myself up to be a god and be my own warlock's patron. And so he was
Gold it. Gold it.
It's like,
but
hmm.
but anyway, I'm
Get
ignoring
your
that.
mind out of the gutter, chaotic.
So, but anyway,
No,
so
stop! Chaotic, no.
shit.
Yes, chaotic. Yes.
But
For future viewers, our live chat has turned into a thirst trap.
apparently, over or someone that they shouldn't, which
Really
is everyone, which is
Yeah.
a fandom. in general.
That boy
Okay, no, but
toxic.
I beg, nobody simp for Silvercoat. He is the worst and literally a pedophile, like, canonically.
So, in any case, though, so we managed to figure out that that's how he became so strong, and we were not very happy about it. But Cedar managed to earn the respect of most people. A bunch of people left because they were like, I don't like her. But then some people stayed.
The wusses.
Stayed for like this whole party thing about her being like
The Calaris family is a bunch of wusses.
Well, no, the Calaris is left because of Dana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, at the time,
No,
that makes
because
it
of
sound
what
like the
Dana
people who
did.
stayed a bunch of wusses.
What?
All the
The timing
Calarises
of
that
when you-
left because of Dana using fermentation.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
Like I said.
So,
Okay.
So we were supposed to have a party for Cedar, and then we all kind of went off and did our own thing. Cedar went off by herself. Gail tried getting pastries and got treated like crap. So then Dana snuck over and figured out logistics of her spell, and managed to age one of the people, the person that was a jerk to Gail.
By
And
9
then,
years.
Just straight up aged her. How much
By
did you
9
age her?
years.
By
Not
9 years?
9 years, 28 to 37.
Oh, that's so funny.
Mhm.
Heck yeah.
Then, Kittis had a bath. Kittis tried talking to the Raven Queen, covered that. Then Gail and Cedar had a sweet little scene with the pastries and stuff like that. And then Dana told everyone what she did, and now we're going down to dinner.
Yep.
Gail was slightly alarmed. Cedar was like, nice. Cedar was like, I know her. She kind of deserved it, though.
So, but yeah, so, and now we're about to go down to dinner, I think. Did I forget anything?
Nope, you're good.
That's about right.
I think.
Yes! Few weeks I still remember.
I mean,
Nice
hey,
work,
you're
Therese.
We need to just make
Not
a
bad.
full-on like recap video and like.
In
and
the
just have-
style of Louise Schmatman.
Yes.
Just from the beginning.
Oh. And chaotic. Yes, we are hydrating.
So, I mean, coffee's a diuretic. Does that count? So I'm technically dehydrating.
I had coffee.
Well,
I
Sophie's
have
screwed.
leftover boba. I have some leftover boba. I have water, and I have a little prebiotic soda.
And she's also got second coffee on the go as well, because she's the size of a hobbit.
Mm.
Can you imagine being so short that coffee is twice as effective?
Oh wait, we don't have to.
What's it like, Sophie?
Chaotic, you're being mean to me.
Okay.
Wait, chaotic. Hold on. We just distract her. A plasmoid exploded all over the place.
Stop.
Oh no.
Okay, let's try to get started.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Let's
Um,
start
Become
being
that
already.
D&D live stream.
I mean, that would be one hell of a D&D live stream. We all say sexual shit until the two Christians leave.
right.
No.
Just out of pocket one. Just like
Legends of Ventress, gotcha.
contextual, like.
Come on, my character's so much fun.
Aw.
Okay,
Bit.
let's go.
Anyways,
No.
I'm done. Okay, I'm done. So yes, you guys are taken up to a large banquet after the fight, and honestly, it's very solemn and kind of quiet. The rest of the Owlins are kind of gathering back together. A lot of people are kind of quietly murmuring about what happened. A lot of the families are kind of embarrassed that their prospective leader or their absentee leader that's kind of been leading the fight just kind of went crazy and played his hand, and not even a lot of his family knew about his plasmoid origins or how it even came to be. So everyone kind of catches glances at Cedar occasionally and looks down in shame or embarrassment to some degree. Um, Jokes on you, they outlast you. Yeah, probably will. Yeah, I'm old as crap. Um,
No comment. No comment.
um, and so the dinner is placed in almost quietness, but there's almost like a respite. People come to you and kind of bow to you, Cedar, as time goes on, and as Kittis is one of your family, they kind of shake her hand too. Um, Dana's kind of left to her own devices. She's loose of the collar and things like that now, but basically everyone kind of knows she's marked for death. So there's pleasantries, but mostly ignored. Um, and it's the first time you guys have relaxed for a while, right? You finally kind of win, and everything comes to a conclusion. And as you take a bite of the food that they give you, your mind travels um, to another part of the world, and you start to think about Mai. Now,
Oh,
Mai, she's at her school. She receives word that in the northern part of the continent there seems to be a strange blue flame, and they're gathering many scholars to investigate what could be happening. So she packs up and she leaves for a mining town that you all seem very familiar with. That at the top of this mountain that this town was built into and this mine was built into, there seems to be a blue flame, a light and everlasting. And she goes and is commissioned to go exploring it. So she sets out, travels for a few days, and when she gets too close to the flame, her mind goes blank and she loses consciousness. Now, Reslin, running the bar for many, many years, has always gotten along with nobles in this same town that Mai seems to find herself in. And Reslin just serving drinks and happy, gladly paying and trading information, one day overhears something he shouldn't. And the mining foreman being paid off by the people running this town, the miners discover a new vein, a cave that goes deeper, that seems to actually be part of an old structure, rich with magic, that seems to be the cause of why these magical stones are even forming in these mines in this first place. Um, Fearing he would sell that to the wrong information, one day, many 55-gallon ale barrels happen to fall on him, and he also finds himself at a loss of consciousness. Dana gets word that an old friend at not Dana, excuse me. um Not Dana. I'm just at a
Dimron?
loss for words. No, not even Dimron. Ignore
Well,
me.
damn. Ow.
So I know, right?
Bitch.
Okay, you're allowed to speak in
Not
English, all DM
important.
now.
Not important. Not important. The owl. I'll just move on because I'm at a loss. The owl bears that seem to be inhabiting the forest around this town hunted, as you guys are familiar with. One of them seems to be a little different than the rest, a little smarter than the rest. Um, Gets captured and bitten by a peyote hunting party. And when being bitten, the um, the druid that they seem to be find themselves unable to transform, and they're stuck in this owl bear form. They get captured and thrown at the bottom of the mine with many other owl bears. And another person learning of friends lost. goes on a journey to save them, and they also happen to find themselves in a mining town where things are going on. Recognizing them as someone who has betrayed them in the past, the nobles and underground people who run this town make a ploy to capture that person, and they also end up at the bottom of a mine in captivity with the rest. So, Rain,
Mhm.
if you can, distribute the um, character sheets for me.
Alrighty. We're gonna lose video for just a second, but we'll be right back.
Hold on, what?
What's happening?
It's a surprise.
I know,
What?
but I'm
What? What?
confused.
This? What? This?
Like, it's not loading.
What is this?
Load,
The apps.
load. I
Right.
am
I'm
interested on.
updating maps here.
No, go back. No, go back to what I had you at. No.
Alright, let me see.
Let me send this to you.
Well, here,
just
I'm
that way-
sending her a separate one.
Okay.
I got it. Okay,
Okay.
we're good now.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh.
Oh, Harry, there's one more part to yours.
One more part to mine. Okay.
Yes, sending it to you now.
Is that the one that's in the group chat?
No.
Reslin's smarter than me.
No comment.
Is that going to be in DMs?
Yes, it's all in DMs.
Okay, cool. So mine is. Oh, you motherfucker!
What?
So wait, do we know who?
Do you want me
everyone
to
else
remind
is
you what the
saying?
character's name is?
Did I call it?
I think you may have done. Did you mean to say Gilcius?
No, I didn't.
Yes.
Okay.
What? No.
He genuinely just had me build you a druid. And that's
Yeah.
what I was working
Oh
on.
my gosh! Oh, so we're not even playing as the same characters tonight.
No. You guys get all new character sheets.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. You're gonna give me like a hot minute then.
Okay,
Hold on,
I need to figure out how I'm going to play this
planning. I'm having
character.
to play this. Hold up.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have so many questions.
Fireball, shotgun darts. Oh, this is gonna be so much harder to play with this setup, though.
Also, why is this
We'll figure it
character
out.
like smarter than Gale? He is the smartest character in this world.
Because I built it.
As we all.
Did you want me to put your token up too, Rain?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, that's why the maps have all been obscured.
Yep.
I wonder what was going on with this.
So,
How to send my
Um.
I have to think through Reslin's personality now.
Yep.
my
So.
personality.
So
Oh,
yeah.
that's personality stuff.
Yeah. So that's why I almost screwed something up. So don't think about it too much. But yeah. So where you guys find yourselves now, is a
My character has no
collective.
personality.
You definitely have a personality. I take it you found out the niche with your character just a moment ago.
There's one thing in your background, and that's your owlbear is physically incapable of speech.
Ah, nice.
But you're still able. You can still cast, do all that, but your verbal components are just replaced by more elaborate somatic components.
I'm trying to find my background and.
Outlander.
Okay, cool.
So you all find yourselves kind of coming to the owl bear forced into labor for many weeks, lost consciousness, and when they realize that the owl bear actually has a sentient mind inside, they realize that it must have been some form of druid or wild shape type of something, and they threw it in the bottom layer of this newly found architecture at the bottom of this mine. In a very large cage, the owl bear sits. No equipment, no nothing. But across the room, they can definitely see their equipment splayed out that they were captured with. Mai sticking her nose into the wrong place, trying to find and come to terms with what this magical blue flame that she was told to report also captured and tossed into the bottom. The smell of death fills the chamber, but what truly wakes her up is the cries and screams of Reslin tied to a torture rack with
Oh no.
ropes tightening. And as the ropes tighten, his back slowly being pressed into sharpened spikes. And as you open your eyes, Mai, you kind of see the figure and outline of shape. A feminine shape, but of something that you've never seen before. And it just smells like rot and decay. And you see this mushroom-esque woman not only tightening the torture rack, but every few moments, the crack of a whip sounds crossing over Reslin's chest. And you just hear the words and smiles in common tongue. You will tell me what you know one day.
That's a lot of information to take in all at once.
And
Give me, like,
come on,
2 seconds.
Yeah,
Hold up.
I need a second.
I need a
I
second.
need a second.
my token's not working.
But so then, where is my character in the same room?
Yes,
Okay.
you are actually in the cage of Mai, and to the left of the owl bear in the middle.
Okay. Like a full-on cage or like chained to the wall?
You're all in cages.
Okay.
Okay. Oh gosh, I've never played Sorcerer before. Crap.
Enjoy it. It's
You
fun.
get, like, I'm so sorry. I wish I had a little bit of a heads up because I'm like, I don't have like wrestling personality.
Well, yeah, but you have the easiest job. Reslin is literally still a necromancy wizard, so you're just playing you as a dude.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I'm trying to think how to play my character.
Mm-hmm. That's what I love about this.
Have we come across my character in any
No.
form other than the owlbear?
No.
Okay, cool. So I can blank slate. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're more or less a blank slate. We didn't have enough in your history just yet that we've experienced, so you got the short end of the stick. You're just a rando.
No, I like this. I like being a rando.
Okay. So, make sure I understand everything correctly. We're currently playing these characters. We're currently in the mine. Reslin's being tortured, and I'm.
And you're Reslin.
I'm Reslin. The problem is, McKinney is coming out. I'm like, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, I can feel.
And I currently can't speak.
Saying or doing anything, but I can feel the violence emanating off of.
But so I think for right now my character's just gonna sit there in their cage, head down, and just wait.
Gotcha. So you guys, small, or rather not small, but hooded figure in the center cage in between you two, Mai and Owlbear. What did we have your name as again?
Shadows.
Shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just call you Shadows for now. So in the cage between Mai and Shadows, there seems to be a hooded, unidentified figure. And as Reslin kind of slips in and out of consciousness again, this
Why do I
woman...
always get introduced in torture racks?
That was kind of the idea. It was a callback.
Wait, she's not wrong.
Glad you picked up on that one. So, You will then kind of slip in and out, and you hear the click and the tisk of the tongue as she just kind of gets frustrated with you. So weak. Just, I guess I'll be back for you later. And she'll begin to leave the room. And as she leaves the room, go ahead and roll a perception check, everybody.
Okay.
Oh,
My
perception.
perception.
Okay.
Sparkle dice.
Let me bring up my character sheet again.
Ooh.
Let Reslin's perception is god tier.
I love his reception.
Oh,
Um,
I rolled well.
I got a nat 20. And then add my 4 plus onto that, so 24.
27.
20.
23.
Nice. Lowest was a 20.
Damn. Okay.
Lowest
I was feeling really good about my roll.
Yeah.
Damn. So this is off to a good start for you guys. So, one of the things that you guys actually notice is as she leaves the room, there's a couple of things. Reslin listens for footsteps because he can't really see too much about what's going on, and he actually hears her begin to kind of leave the area. And he's actually kind of able to map out the direction at which she stepped. She kind of went out, went into a larger chamber, went up and around to the north, and then it kind of sounds like hollowed out footsteps in a stairwell. You don't know if they're going up or down, but you can kind of tell that she made her way off this floor. What everyone else also notices, including kind of Reslin, is that the smell that was following her vanishes almost immediately. So she stank. Um, just like rot and like dead body basically, but it seems to be a part of who she is. Have you guys ever experienced those mushrooms that kind of explode all at once and they smell horribly?
Mm-hmm.
I
No.
think it is. It might be something that's on the more East Coast because they happen more in wooded areas, but they're basically akin to smelling like a dead creature. Um, I can't remember what they're called now, but I'll figure it out. But yes, so that's basically what it smells like. It smells like just rotting flesh, and it follows her out. But another thing is you kind of witness that she has a wound or a split in her body that seems to be dripping a sap, and as the sap hits the ground, it kind of puffs up in just like a spit of acid, and kind of melts the floor as she walks out the room and leaves. You do all notice your equipment on the other side of the room, um, and all kind of splayed out. So all the equipment you guys have, character sheets will be accessible when you go and collect them from the other side of the room. Now,
Okay. Now, how to get out is the question.
Um, Hopefully on the same perception check, can I look around? Are there any kind of creatures around the room aside from just the four of us? Like
uh,
spiders, anything of the sort?
okay, glad you kind of asked. So down here, you actually do see large cobwebs in the corners that look like wolf spider dens.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but they would actually be more akin to the size of probably a camel spider.
Okay.
Just very large, human hand sized. Well, unless you're
Nope.
a cedar, a normal human hand size uh,
I hate that
um,
so much.
of a spider, and they are wolf spiders, and you
Not the
can
Sophie
kind of
joke.
hear them. Right? You can kind of them retreating as the woman walks by is kind of a whoop sound that they
Hmm.
would make as a normal wolf spider if you've ever experienced it. You do see that there's a lot of bones on the floor, presumably human, um, and you actually hear um, there is a man in another cage just kind of whimpering,
Hmm.
and he'd be in the cage right above you. in front of the owlbear. I'll just put a token on it now here.
Okay. Um. So, because I've had more time with my character sheet, I'm gonna do something to let them figure out their characters and what they want to do.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I got you. But just give me 1 second. There's something I need to do quickly first.
Yeah, okay.
No problem. One thing I'm gonna ask. So Wrestling can't move right now, is what I'm hearing.
Fuck's sake.
Bringing it back, bitches.
He 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 definitely is tied down. The ropes are pretty well tied, but they are just ropes. Would you like me to put your token down now?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Harry just struggling to breathe.
I mean, I'm asthmatic anyway, but
But so Dimron will go ahead and cast Speak with Animals ritually.
That'll take a few minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see the figure next to you begin to start casting a spell, and yes, that is what I that's why when I said friend, I totally fucked up what I was trying to say. I was trying not to give away the surprise. That was the surprise there. So
Nice.
We get different back. Oh, Dimmer does love us. She wanted to check on Wrestling.
yep. Dimron went to check on Reslin because Reslin had gone missing.
this feels like those children's books where it's like, you know, Spot goes to the shop. It's like Dimron goes to the mines. Dimron saves a lover.
Okay.
So yes, Reslin is completely tied up. Now, in the position you're in, you are comfortable. However, if you do start flailing around, you can feel the spikes in your back start to dig in a little slowly.
Let's
don't
hope
always
this-
end up here. Let's hope the Dimmer doesn't try what she did last time to get.
Do not chuck an axe at Wrestling. I will kill you.
No promises. No promises.
Weapons at my future husband.
So as you guys begin the casting and things like that, and Reslin is doing this thing, you hear the gentleman in the cage actually whimpering louder and louder. You get a little bit of a look of him and just the catch of light that you can see. And what he's currently doing is literally his arm is completely mangled and shattered, and he has bones protruding in various places in his shattered arm. And what he's actually doing is he's pulling pieces of bone shard from his arm and attempting to fashion them into some sort of makeshift lockpick.
Oh my gosh.
That's so inventive.
That is a way to do that.
Yeah.
That is quite the strategy. That's hardcore.
There's escaping. There's escaping.
The problem of a wizard, there's only so much I can do.
But so yeah, just let me know when chaotic. Jesus Christ.
What?
Guys. Oh no.
What's it? Let me know when
the
the
second bone was mentioned. That's probably what
I figured.
happened.
Right.
yeah.
I knew that was gonna come.
But so just let me know when the ritual casting is done.
So I was going to give you guys a chance to act because there is a ritual thing being cast. So
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Am I within range that I could use Mage Hand to untie Reslin's ropes?
Mage Hand has a 30-foot range.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
I memorized that. Go me. All right, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40,
Dang it.
45 feet. So he's about 50 to 60
Ah.
feet.
I'm sorry, I cannot do that then.
You're good.
Hmm.
Okay. So if I move too much, I get stabbed. I don't like getting stabbed.
I think everybody likes getting stabbed.
Unless
I
you're
mean, I think
chaotic,
the game
apparently. Really?
but
I literally have no clue what to do.
so there's no way for me to undo the ropes or anything currently. Oh, wait.
If there's anything you want to try, you can try, and we can roll for it and
Set them
things.
on fire.
No, we
Do
do not
set me on
chaotic.
fire.
Oh no!
On fire.
Cast fireball.
Oh, I don't have fireball.
You have firebolt.
I fire bolt.
Wait, do I have fireball?
No,
I suppose.
that's only a
Oh, there we go.
wildfire druid
Fireball.
thing.
Rain,
Okay.
come on, man.
Firebolt my hand. I think I'm gonna wait to see how the spiders work
Yeah.
out before we try to burn my husband.
Okay.
Burn the husband. Burn the husband.
Okay.
Burn the hubby.
Burn the husband.
hubby.
Burn the husband.
One of us. Burn the hubby.
All right. So I will then say, if no one else takes an action, then 10 minutes will elapse.
Could I?
And,
Okay.
No, go ahead. Everyone.
I was gonna say.
Mhm.
Cool. I was gonna. The bars in front of me. I'm aware. I'm in a cage that's owlbear sized.
Mhm.
Would they be sort of spaced out enough for somebody who's not an owlin to slip through?
I mean, yeah, potentially.
And then
I mean, if you were cedar sized, probably.
well, so there is
okay, never mind then.
there is one thing that that Doku overlooked that I just remembered that so shadows actually does have one thing on them, and that is the insignia of claws, which makes your unarmed attacks magical and makes them a +1.
Oh, magical in what sense?
Like they count as magical in terms of overcoming resistance. It's like having a +1 weapon for your
okay.
claws.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
But so that you still have on you because that could not be taken off.
Oh, okie. That is good to know. That's very good to know, actually.
Okay. So did you want to take any sort of those?
Potentially, is there like a physical lock on the cage that I can maybe try and reach?
So yes, in a way. There are. So you're from kind of like jail cells. There's not like a padlock or something that goes through it, but the lock mechanism is inside of the flat metal cage part.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of.
Right. Okay. See, my whole plan was to try and bust out, but that's going to be very, very difficult if that's what the mechanism is like. Shit.
Is it a metal cage? I don't know. Is the cage made of metal or wood?
Oh yes, they are. They are solid metal.
Oh, that okay.
There are wooden cages. There
Yeah,
are
was...
wooden cages. But the ones that you guys are all in are metal.
That was actually my plan.
I can't do anything at the moment. If anyone else wants to take an action or anything like that, feel free to. I'm gonna have another look at my character.
The problem is I don't know if any of these spells would get me out.
I have like literally nothing that will.
Okay.
Can disguise self, but that won't do anything.
So, I'm assuming you are going to attempt to communicate to a wolf spider. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Gross.
So there's a very large wolf spider that your mind seems to connect with in a way once your ritual cast is done.
Okay. So once it's done, I'm just gonna say, how can you hear me? If you can understand me, and I would assume that you can, is there any way that I could persuade you to help me and my allies get out of these cages?
You feel an overwhelming hunger from the spider in response to what your request is.
Look, I have food. I know where food is. If you can help us, I can help you.
Roll a persuasion. Oh my gosh, where's my notebook?
Ooh, dirty 20.
Nice.
All right. Well, with the promise of food, you all see a very large spider crawling from the corner of the room. And you kind of see the shadow of the spider as it skitters across the floor in this little cooking pot that's on the other side of the room, surrounded in light lanterns. It seems to be one of the only light sources, really. And it kind of skitters across the floor. It goes up and over Reslin's stomach, exposed, and it's kind of touches some of the whips that are kind of like the whip burns that are in the stomach, and it kind of stings a little bit, but it then continues to skitter on past you. And what it actually does is the gentleman that is fidgeting with his actual bone, trying to get the cage open, the spider actually bites the guy's hand, steals the bone from him that he just pulled out of his arm, and kind of drops it a couple inches away from the cage that you're in, Dimran, and then kind of climbs to the top of the cage.
Okay, I will reach for the bone, and I will attempt to lockpick my own cage.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Okay. I think I'm actually good at
this
this.
so much.
Spiders.
I do not like spiders at all, and that is in my head.
Ooh, 15.
Okay. So as you're futzing around with the lock, you hear a click and a snap. So as you're doing it, this little forearm bone shard breaks, but as it breaks, you actually hear the latch of the cage creak, and the door swings open with just an eerie, loud echo, as it's the only thing producing sound in this entire cavern.
Mm-hmm.
But it is now open in front of you, and the spider starts kind of jumping, bouncing, doing a little dance on the cage above your head.
Oh.
I will, yep. I'm gonna, because of my promise, before I unlock the others, I'm gonna run over to my stuff. And I'm gonna collect my things, and I'm gonna pull out one of my ration kits that is just the meatiest ration I brought with me, and I'm going to set it in front of the spider.
Sick. Okay. So the spider begins to slowly wrap the meat right on top of the cage, and it's going to proceed to do that for just a few moments.
Now let's see. What do I have on me? Okay.
You wanna untie me?
Well, so
Nice.
she's actually
Nice.
she's gonna go and she's going to actually I guess yeah, she will go and start heading towards Reslin, but having like flashbacks to trying to save Kittis, is going to like be very cautious with her movements towards the torture rack.
And throw an axe.
Do not throw an axe at my future husband.
Yes. Isn't
Not.
that what you guys did last time? You just started chucking axes?
Well,
That's
because
right.
if we
Oh my
moved
God.
in the
Yeah,
room,
literally.
she got
Yeah.
tortured. So yes.
Uh-huh.
Together in like a bamboo bowl. I put a knife on the end of it. It was the most stupid way we could have done it.
It
But
worked.
Love that.
It worked.
I didn't contribute to that. I'm just saying.
Just it's so perfect. You either owe that guy his freedom or a new bone. Captors can be food, true. Sorry, Chaotic is just going for it today.
Yes,
I
she
love it.
is. I love it.
Really.
Yeah, with the yeah.
But anyway, you untied me?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, go ahead and you said you're doing it carefully though. So
Well, no,
I'll let you
I'm
go-
carefully
so-
approaching the rack.
Gotcha. The rack does not move on its own,
Okay. So then,
unlike with Kiss.
from his current state, which of his arms looks the strongest?
We'll just say he's unique. We'll just put him as left-handed.
Okay. Um, so then I will
Hold on,
actually,
that's like things down about my husband.
I will take my great axe
Taking notes.
and at the base of the rope, like towards the top of the torture rack, where his left hand is being held, I will cut the restraint.
Okay. So the restraint definitely goes slack, but as the restraint goes slack as well, Reslin's body begins to kind of free up a little bit. So Reslin, go ahead and roll a dex for me,
Okay.
or an acrobatics. Sorry, yeah, an acrobatics.
Dirty 20.
Okay. You feel your body go lax, and instead of letting it kind of dig into the spikes further, you kind of tense up your leg and your right arm, and you do this kind of like backwards crab yoga motion on the rack, so you kind of like avoid the spikes going any deeper after getting a little bit of freedom to move.
And then I will, from the front, so I will be in front of Reslin, I will take one of my hand axes in my left hand, and I will just cut down the other, the right arm restraint. And the moment it's cut, I'm going to grab him by the shirt with my right arm and kind of pull him towards me so he falls onto me, not onto the spikes.
Okay. Just roll an athletics then for me.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll make it. But
Yeah.
Gotta get damage in where I
21.
can this session. Okay, yep, never mind. So yeah, you yeet the crap out of Reslin so hard from pulling his shirt that the leg restraints both then snap. As you're like, I got you, and you're, and then it's like both leg restraints just kind of snap from the force that you're pulling Reslin off the rack, and he like ends up falling on top of you,
Mm-hmm.
in one of those weird, awkward anime moments.
Kids don't get mad.
And you guys have this.
Okay. No.
Like, no,
No, that's not what I'm doing today.
Reza just there like a plank of wood. Just I am engaged. I am engaged.
I have the huge crush.
No, they're not engaged. They're not even engaged.
Not even dating, really.
Like dating.
They just have this weird,
I
awkward
had so
crush
many
on each other.
lives.
Hey, my job is so hard. I'm playing Power Wash right now.
The Power Wash Simulator game.
Love
Oh, yeah, I love Power Wash
That
Simulator.
honestly
Yeah,
is
it's
so
great.
fun. Yeah.
It is.
Um,
It's a really good time killer.
Mhm. But so then, with him off the rack, I'm just gonna set him down. I'm gonna kind of pat him on the lower back, and I'm gonna say, "Look, go find your stuff. I'll deal with the other two until you're in better condition."
Yep.
And I will start searching around for a set of keys.
All right, let's do a general investigation then.
Oh, why couldn't you say perception?
Here in my cage.
Because you're looking for something.
I
There's a
know.
difference.
Fuck off.
This entire time, Shadow Bear's just been sitting there,
12.
just sort of sad, sort of looking at the ground, just like
12?
12.
All right. So I will say though, you are looking for some keys and things like that, but you do not seem to be able to find them actually. Your only assumption is that she had probably left with them.
Okay. So then I'm actually going to resort to my next option, and I'm actually going to I'm gonna grab my backpack, and out of my backpack I will pull out my basic smithing tools, and I will try to weaken the area around the lock to Mai's cage.
All right. So you just kind of just bang and then
Reslin's going to kind of like just keep an ear out for anyone coming. Like he's
Okay.
gonna gather his stuff and kind of like keep an eye out.
Freaking everything.
Yep.
So, go ahead and roll just a perception with advantage then. And Dimran, man, I keep wanting to call you Dana, girl. Come on now. All right,
So
Dimran.
19.
Mhm.
Completely different character.
Right? I gotta. Um, so go ahead and roll insight, actually, then.
Okay. I'm good at this one.
But 19.
Okay. You hear large footsteps deeper into the cavern. It seems to be pacing in circles, but they're really large footsteps, and you hear just the banging. And every now and then you hear the crunching of the foot stepping on what sounds like bone that's been dried for a while. But it's not coming closer. It seems to just be pacing in circles.
Nat fucking 20.
Okay. Um,
Nice.
so you spend some time and you're just like, all right, cool, I got this crap, and then you're just kind of like weakening kind of structure points around the lock, knowing that if you can kind of remove the lock from the gate itself. So you're sitting there kind of like you have your little blacksmith file and you're like, all right, here a little bit, here a little bit, here a little bit, here a little bit. And then the moment you do kind of scrutinize a little bit, you actually will just take your barbarian strength and you'll just pull the lock from the actual bars after weakening them enough that I'm not even going to make you roll a strength check for it.
Mhm.
So once you pull the lock off, the bars swing open on Mai's cage.
Um, and then from there, as newly as the shortest member of the party, can I squeeze through the owlbear bars?
So you want to walk into a cage with an owlbear you've never
Well, no,
met?
can I squeeze
Go
through
right
them?
ahead. You could, yes.
Okay, because I am going to, I'm actually, from what the captor has said, do I know this owlbear is not an owlbear but a druid?
Hmm.
So I'm RPing at the moment, just staring at the ground.
Right. Roll a nature check then.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Ouch. 6.
It looks like a fucking owlbear to you.
Okay.
As the most beefy owlbear, looking pissed off. Like it's got resting pissed off face. Owlbear.
Hmm. Well, then I
Okay,
guess.
what about the other person?
Yeah.
A giant owlbear.
Okay, what
Big
about the
owlbear.
other person that we stole the bone from?
Yeah, we should let him out.
Like, question: do we know who he is?
Do I have anything?
You're assuming it's a he.
She.
It is a he.
It.
Person in cage.
Person in
So-
cage.
Mai goes over to investigate the human
Yes,
that
I'll
donated
go
the
check.
bone.
Donated.
Donated.
Donated, yeah.
Got a
And-
spiders.
You actually see that the spider bite was the last straw. And the poison overtook
no.
the body. He does look like he's dressed as a guard, standard guard fare though. But he is laying there lifeless.
Oh, he's dead. Yes, this one is dead.
Mhm.
No sense in carrying it out.
Yes.
But.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Wait, Miss Goldfist, is that you?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, well, I would say good to see you, but these are not exactly great circumstances.
No, I'd much rather be back at my bar.
I would much rather be back at the school, so yes. And why is there an owlbear in the cage?
I don't know, but well, there are only two options here as to whose stuff that is. Either the dead guys or the owlbears. And so
And
I'm
then the
gonna.
owlbear just waves.
Can you understand me? And she's very blunt and confused, and so she points over at the stuff and goes, "Is that your shit?" Okay. Um.
Ever.
Oh no.
So then
Oh.
I'm gonna grab the stuff and I'm going to squeeze into the cage, hand the owl bear what's supposedly their stuff. Um. And then I'm gonna say, so I've hypothetically met one of you before. Are you a hyper intelligent owl bear, or am I missing something?
In response,
Like,
the Albert is going to revert back into
You can't.
his tabaxi form.
you can't.
Oh shit! Okay, I can't.
Yeah.
You find yourself completely unable to transform. You
You do
have
realize-
access to your spells and you have access to your magics, but you are stuck in the form.
And she just, as
You
as she
realize
sees
you
this
just
owl
asked the
bear
question,
pushing and
not yes or
struggling,
no.
she like freaks out, runs out of the cage and goes, "Give him a minute. I think he's trying to shit."
Now, Shadows, you're welcome to kind of explain what you're doing from a thematic sense. You can talk
So
through your intent.
yeah. So Shadows is attempting to try and sort of shift back into his normal form. Obviously there's a blocker, so he can't do that just yet. But he's doing everything he can. Despite the looks that the owlbear is sort of putting across, he's not attempting to have a shit. He's just genuinely trying to break through this barrier. And after about a good sort of minute of this, he's just going to stop, realize predicament he's in, and just sort of look very sort of sadly and hopefully at the people that seem to have sort of been thrown in with him.
All right.
You wanna roll a performance then?
Sure, why
This-
the hell not?
This would use your charisma because you're a druid.
Yeah. That's a 14.
So, that beats someone's passive, I think. Yeah, you get the intent that there is a sentient creature in there, and it's very frustrated. And it's stuck in its form, but it gives you these cute little owl bear puppy dog eyes, like please let me out.
And so then I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna go, all right, look, we'll figure out your predicament later. First step, get you out of the cage. But I need you to work with me here. I need you to slam into the door of the cage at full force at the moment I yank on it. And maybe we can bust this thing wide open. And so she's gonna get a tight grip on the on the door right around the hinge, or not the hinge, the where the locking mechanism is in place, and just get ready to pull at full force on this cage door.
All right. Shadows is going to sort of go back to the edge of the cage and almost have like a run up to it. And he's going to sort of position himself, plant his feet, go.
And so then she'll just give a nod, and once she sees him start to run up, she'll yank on the cage door.
Okay, go ahead and roll a combined strength.
Okay. So is this
Combined strength.
perfect?
Okay.
So
Oh, yes, 24.
nice. Let's see what I get.
Oh.
Is this a strength?
Yeah.
This is a strength check, right?
Yeah, just straight strength, basically.
Okay. That's a 20. Dirty.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, you guys combined clash into the cage, and the hinge just rusted. You can smell the iron and kind of rust oxidation in the air as like the internal lock mechanic just splinters from the weight of the owlbear, and then Dimron just pulling full force, and you guys pull so hard and slam so hard that it actually dents the bars at the same time as the lock mechanism snaps, and the cage door flings open and kind of throws Dimron back like 10 feet, but she lands on her feet without too much trouble.
Um, so she'll just she'll just she'll quickly recompose herself, and she'll just go, all right, look, if I've learned anything from my time in the service, people heard that, people are coming, we need to get ready.
We need to get out.
Agreed. All right. Let's find the door. And are you feeling all right?
Never better. That sounds. What's your problem? He's like very sarcastic with it, just like.
Okay, nothing at all. Do you know this elf man? Just looks over at Dimmer. Do you know him?
And
You know
she'll
her?
just yes, I know them. I know both of you. Look, you looking at Reslin, just go along with this. We need to make it out alive first. And then you and I will have a nice sit down. We'll get shit faced.
Sounds like a plan.
And you, knowing you, looking at you're probably in it for some magic stuff. From what I remember, the rocks they mine here are horribly valuable. We could get uh, a bag full, send you on your way. You can study them, and chances are they'll have some decent properties. Because what I remember, a tiny little shard, no bigger than about my thumb, went for at least 100 gold.
So, just as a quick reminder from you're here to investigate a blue flame.
Gotcha. There was this blue flame that I noticed when I was approaching. I don't know if it was this mountain, because I don't really know what mountain we're under, but it was like this constantly burning blue flame. Have you seen anything like that?
No clue.
Ah.
I'm here to save him.
Why was I here again?
Reslin overheard something
what
he
did I
shouldn't.
hear?
The wrong thing.
So,
What?
so what you overheard was essentially the reason why the mine needed to be stripped out was because the continent was essentially getting ready for war. And when you kind of chose to inquire a little deeper, what you had overheard was that through the expansive digging, some ancient ruins were discovered in the mountain. And at the same time, the mountain actually erupted to a degree. And that there was a lot of things happening, and that the gems begin to start to the gems are being drained, and they're no longer as valuable as they were before because the magic properties of the rocks seem to be draining ever since the blue flame appeared. And so the rocks were actually valueless, but they were still selling them at full price. And knowing that, they worried that you would tattle on the king when he was already on a warpath. So they threw you down here in attempts to silence you.
Rain, you're wrong. It wasn't Kiddes' fault. No.
I said it might have been. And I said it would have been Dana's fault too.
Bob. Okay, so it's not my fault my husband got thrown in jail. Okay. Yes. Bob. Okay. So none of them know this.
None of them know this. Also, you need to hydrate.
I've been hydrating all night long.
Been hydrating.
But okay,
But I need a
so
refill at some point.
I'm gonna check to make sure no one's coming. We need to get going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your perception with advantage.
$24.
So you you definitely Oh, that's a low roll for you. 24.
I know.
What in the world? So you kind of are listening in, and your hearing is so good that you can even kind of map out the area as you kind of lean in. You're listening for footsteps and things like that, and you still hear the large footsteps in the distance. And what you can kind of ascertain is that there's layers or tunneling behind the walls that seem to be taking in gusts of wind occasionally, but the corridor kind of weaves around, and where the corridor seems to end, there does seem to be those large footsteps that you heard from earlier still. But the
Okay. Which
immediate
one?
area is safe.
The immediate area is safe, but the minute we walk down the corridor, it's not. Okay, so he kind of realized what he hears. So I'm like, which one of us is sneaky?
Definitely me.
Well, the owlbear's not.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Bye, Chaotic. Thank you for joining us.
Bye, chaotic.
Bye, Chaotic. Thank you for the reminders to hydrate and the thirsty comments.
Yes.
Good lord.
The dirty mind was very appreciated.
Was it though?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think the owlbear is
I
actually the
have
least
plus-
sneaky here.
Who is?
The
owlbear?
owlbear, yeah.
Giant owl.
Yeah.
Well, yes. I
The
figured that,
giant
but
fucking owlbear.
what's Dimmer and Sneak?
+5.
+5. So Dimmer's the
Actually,
sneakiest.
6.
Yeah.
+6?
Yeah,
Dang. Then it's definitely you.
it should be. Yeah.
On you go.
On you go. You're first.
Okay.
I'm asking you who's
Um,
on first.
Oh gosh.
We're putting the owlbear in the back.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Well,
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't.
Well,
Yeah.
do you have a objection to that one?
well, no,
being
I
in
was
the
just thinking, well, no, that would actually be good. Sandwich the squishies in between the two tanks.
back? That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah.
We always play the squishies.
So yeah.
All right, I think we should get a move on before they realize something's wrong.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you're gonna try to sneak down the corridor then?
Yep.
Yes.
Can I make
Okay.
one suggestion because I don't think Harry's ever played a druid before?
I have.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Wait, isn't Lysander
It's just been a while.
druid?
Yeah.
Oh,
Lysander,
okay.
my Phobog druid.
I remember Lysander.
It's just been a while.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Lysander's cool. I'll have to bring him on the stream at some point.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I was
He
just
is
gonna
a
suggest Patch Without Trace.
That is a point.
Seeing
yeah.
the giant owl bear like tiptoeing.
Pass without trace. Ooh.
That is a very good point, yeah. Because I've still got access to my spells, so I
Mhm.
could do that.
And you do have the oh, sorry, I should mention all of this. Well, it should be on all your character sheets, but your magic items are Mai has a +1 Bloodwell vial, which gives you a +1 to your attacks and save and DC.
Okay.
And whenever you heal using hit dice, you regain 5 sorcery points flat
Oh, nice.
once per long rest. And
Okay.
then you also have the Elemental Essence Shard, which whenever you use a meta magic option, it's you have Earth, so you pick a damage type, and until the start of your next turn, you gain resistance to that damage type.
Oh, okay.
Um,
It'll take me a sec to get used to that, but
yeah.
I will do my best.
Reslin's is the most straightforward, actually. You have a +2 Arcane Grimoire, giving you a +2 to your attacks and saves. And it gives you one more level from your Arcane Recovery. So instead of recovering 7, you would recover 8.
Okay.
And the Cloak of Protection, which gives you a +1 to your AC and a +1 to all of your saving throws.
All right. Also, is that already calculated, or
Yes,
do I have
yes,
to
it
add
is.
that?
No, it's all already
Okay,
calculated.
it's already.
And then shadows, you have the +2, the
New
+2,
insignia.
yeah, Moonsicle, which is the arcane grimoire but druid.
Nice.
Um,
Cool, yeah.
so that
Okay.
will, so for all of your, so I mentioned all that because all of your items, the Bloodwell Vial, the arcane grimoire, and the Moonsicle all count as spellcasting focuses.
That's nice.
So you don't need material components while they're on you unless unless it has a stated gold value.
Gotcha.
Nice. I like that.
Okay. So do you do Pass Without Trace?
I will do, yes.
Okay. So for the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a 10+ bonus to their dexterity stealth checks, essentially, and you'll leave no track behind. These are hard floors, kind of dusty. You can actually kind of see the footprints that were left behind by the Mushroom Woman. It actually seems to be the only thing that has come and gone in a while. Um, and so, let's see here. You did have one taking lead, so if you
Yes.
want, you can kind of move forward with your stealth check
Okay.
with a +10.
Perfect. Ooh, that is a 7 for a 23. Thank you, Pass
Is
Without
that with you?
Trace.
Right. Um, so interestingly enough, you do pass through very stealthily. And you kind of make it up to a couple rounds of movement. And you find yourselves into kind of a larger chamber with two offshoot dead ends. Um, how far into the room do you go?
Hmm. I'll stay that far until people catch up.
Okay. So do you guys collectively also move stealthily?
Yes.
Okay, so go
About
ahead
as
and roll.
stealthily as I can.
So you guys are going to do it as a group. So group stealth.
Yeah.
Just each roll your stealth.
Yeah.
And let me know your numbers.
Alright.
Remember, you have a +10.
So
Thank goodness for
+10.
that.
+10, all of us?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you all have a
Yep.
+10 on your rolls.
27.
21.
14.
Well, thankfully,
It's a +10.
Well, I rolled a 3 and then it's +1 because Albert,
Oh,
and then there's the
dang.
+10.
Oh my gosh.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So
This character was made for me.
not to worry too
Literally.
much, however, because it does allow you to kind of all move as a group together quite quietly. Really, there's no noise being made outside of any of you guys. And as you kind of move down this corridor, even you all start to hear the giant steps in the difference that seems to just be pacing around.
Okay.
So I would have positioned it so that Reslin is directly behind me, so that I can get directions from his crazy hearing.
Okay. So, is the person in the next room, do I think?
So it seems to be down another hallway. So it's not in the very next room that you're going into. From what you've
Like,
heard,
if we turn left, like. Okay.
roll one more perception for me, just with advantage. Now that you're doing it with intent.
Hold on. I need a math. My math is not working today. Oh. Use calculator, please. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Heck yeah.
Oh
Nice.
my lord.
So I'm just gonna grab a token marker for you then.
I need better dice.
And what you're hearing seems to be at the end of this hallway, to your left here. So directly north of you, around the corner. With a natural 20, you actually hear the echoing of what sounds to be like an empty room, with a door that seems to be swaying and creaking on its own. And then down the end of the other hallway, that's directly around the room, there seems to be the footsteps. You can't make out what it is. It does very much sound like a large creature, however.
I relay this to Dimron.
All right. Can I get you to aid me again? I need you to go investigate the hallway forward.
Like directly in front of us, the empty, like the dead end ones.
Yeah, well, I can't. I as a person can't tell if that's a dead end because of the banner.
Oh,
They're
it's
both
yeah.
dead ends.
Oh,
They're both
okay,
dead ends, yeah.
cool. Never mind then. So then, Demon will just instead say, all right, so and she'll turn and she'll look back to the three of them and she'll say, so clearly we'll do our best to avoid a fight, but if a fight does ensue, are each of you ready for that?
Yes.
Yep.
Uh, okay. All right, and she will veer left.
Okay. Are you sticking close to the wall?
Yes.
Okay.
Whichever side of the wall has the least lantern or torch light.
Yeah, so it's very, very dark in here at this point. Who all has dark vision?
All of us.
All of you?
All of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, never mind. Freaking
Yes,
out.
I do have dark vision. Yes,
You
Oh,
elves
yay.
and yeah, animals. All right. All right.
I have dark vision.
Let's go.
GM.
It's the only one I was questioning.
Yeah.
No. But okay. So you kind of make it around the hallway here. Um, and you can kind of see a light at the end of the tunnel in a room. You can't fully make out what it is, but it seems to be a large hulking creature pacing around in the room
Okay.
at the end of the
Light.
hallway.
I see light.
You're
So
dead.
it seems
I win.
like a large creature, but we can't make out what it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is the situation.
Mm.
Fun, and that's the only way out, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
I-
Please indulge me for a
Oops.
second
Oh.
as I.
Can we sneak past the creature?
Wait, yeah, I want to follow Dimrin, and where, like, can I see the creature at this point?
You're gonna kind of come around here. Due to the distance away, all you can really make out is just this large humanoid style creature, but it's probably like 25 foot tall.
Sophie, don't bother imagining that.
Harry.
It's about six of you.
You know what? Get back into character. If I'm able to get closer, I might be able to put it to sleep using suggestion. But I have to get up pretty close.
We see, I don't know much about said spell, but if I'm not mistaken, from what I remember from when Cedar picked that up, what if it doesn't understand you and it doesn't work?
That's a good point.
Alright, let me. And Dimron's gonna go and invest and slowly, like, crack open the door to this room and look inside. What do I see?
A deck save.
Okay.
Dex save.
You see a deck save. Wow.
That's bad.
It's really not good.
That is actually a 17.
Okay.
That's very good.
So as you're walking closer to the door, you put your hand on the door and you notice that you trip a wire and the door immediately at full speed flaps straight towards you and you just narrowly dodge it. You can feel the wind of the door's force as it like brushes past your nose, knowing that if that would have hit you, that 600-pound wooden door would have like crushed your body
Mm-hmm.
where it stands. And you take a breath for a moment. But the door is now just open. The room is dark, but you see what looks to be like some supply crates just kind of around the room.
Okay. She's just in a hushed yell. She's gonna yell, "Everyone in the room now! That was loud."
We all get in the we get in the room very.
Yep.
Mm.
Um,
Um,
See the owlbear like shoving itself through the doorway.
and then
it's just large enough for him.
she's she's gonna go, "Look, while we have this moment of respite, I want to say I'm sorry if I'm rude. This has kind of brought back my guard training, so it's in my nature to take command in situations like that. If any of you have an issue with that, speak now."
The
You can
owlbear
take a
just sort
hit.
of looks with a sort of why kind of expression on his face.
Why the confusion?
No, I can do it. If you get us out, then that works. That works for me.
Resin kind of like goes over to like the supply crates and it's just like looking at them, kind of like seeing if they're trying to see if they're booby trapped before opening.
Roll an investigation.
So when it's a why, it's more like a why. Like safety, mate. Like, when we make any short jumps,
23.
it's just awesome.
Okay. You do notice a small tripwire on the supply crates that you're looking at. And you're like, haha, nice try. So you actually snip the tripwire, knowing that it would probably be for the lid and that you would be safe. And as you snip it, the crate top snaps open, and a pie loaded on a spring shoots straight upwards and sticks to the roof. Just this white cream puff marshmallow smell fills the room as the pie tin then falls to the floor at your feet from where you just were in front of the crate, with the contents now exposed.
What sort of child trap is that?
Shadow's going to try and lick up whatever has fallen to the ground. He's hungry.
I mean, yeah, you guys were trapped in cages for a while.
I mean, now.
You see this giant hulking owlbear start to lick up the marshmallow pie fluff. Shadow, go ahead and roll a 1d4 for me.
Oh no. No, my luck, it's going to be instant death. 2.
Add that to your next roll as you have now this sugar high of just boom. So your next roll that you make will have a +2 added because you're just like probably 60 grams of sugar you just took into your person.
All right. What supplies do I find?
That's amazing.
It's a safe work version of Cocaine Bear.
Right.
Oh
you'll
my gosh.
you'll find two standard potions. And you will find a very ornate, expensive looking lantern.
All right. So standard like health potions.
Standard, yeah, 2 standard potions, and then a really ornate lantern.
Anyone want a fancy lantern?
Sure. And so then Dimron will go, all right, with all of that sorted, I don't think there's any way around this. We can try to sneak past that thing, but I don't know how well that's going to work. So do we take our chances sneaking past it or get battle ready and fight it.
Well, I'm gonna actually cast Mage Armor on myself before we even go in there.
I would like to do the same.
What can I do?
Battle ready it is, apparently.
Well, the thing is, we're gonna still try to sneak past, but we're not gonna sneak past and be
Right.
like, "Oh, we're not ready to fight anything."
We're not idiots. Ugh. Okay, I spoke too soon.
We do have Harry.
Hey,
Uh,
you know,
Okay.
yeah. So, yeah, we're just trying to get like battle ready in case.
Yeah. I think as we should try and sneak. I'll try the suggestion thing. If that doesn't work, we'll fight.
Well, with just a quick moment, can you tell me what you have at your disposal? I don't understand much about magic, but I learned just the slightest bit from Cedar and Kittis way back when.
I know Firebolt, Shocking Grasp, Mind Sliver, Minor Illusion, Chill Touch, Mage Hand, Prestidigitation, Mage Armor, Magic Missile, Silvery Barbs, Disguise Self,
Stop
Color
there.
Spray, Rhymes Binding Ice.
With
There's
disguise self,
Mm.
could you look like the woman that was in the room with us and just walk by the thing and say it's a
I could
prisoner
try.
transfer?
I could try that, yes. Let me see what I can do. And I would like to disguise self and make myself look like the Mushroom Lady.
Okay, sorry about that.
Boom.
Did we disguise self?
Mm-hmm.
As the Shroom Lady.
Oh, okay.
As a she shroom.
Do you smell now?
I just. I'm,
So you are now Shroom Lady. So I'll just move this token over here for a moment.
I am shroom.
There you go. You're Shroom Lady for the moment.
I am shroom.
So Reslin just gets the chills because he's been tortured by this woman for gosh knows how long. And now a perfect little disguised self replica seems to be standing in front of him again.
Yeah, yeah. He's not happy. He's just like,
Can't imagine that.
okay.
Okay.
Apologies, but if it gets us out of here any quicker, then I think
Just let's move.
So, do you guys venture forth? What are you doing?
yes.
We do.
I guess I'll go in the front.
Well, no, I had an
I
idea for
try to
that.
hide all this my stuff.
What?
Dimron will go in front, but you'll be like effectively like nudging her along, like you're kind of just
Right.
pushing the prisoner, trying to get him moving,
Mhm.
with the owl bear behind you, and then Reslin.
Got it. And with that marching order, we try and make our way through the room. With the giant thing.
emphasis on try.
So just Dimron is up front, then my
Then
Yes.
then owl bear.
Then my shroom.
perfect. So as you
Only
guys
my
begin to kind of push forward, um, as you guys begin to push forward, the smell hits of just rot, and as you guys begin getting closer, you are a little bit distracted by the large hulking figure of what looks to be a troll with pustules boiling and popping on his skin, spraying out
Oh.
bits of acid and gunk and pus as it hits the floor with a splash and a hiss.
Ew.
I'm getting the token for you right now.
Mm.
That's
There he
gross.
is.
Whoa.
There you go.
Oh, that looks like something like a diseased titan.
Ew. Ew. Okay, that's gross.
Oh gosh.
It's not loading. Ooh.
Just
Now
looks
with
like a painful existence.
it, yeah, basically, it is
I'm a
it is
monster.
huge and smells. And so what I want both Dimran and Mai to do is roll a dex with disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a dex save,
Or
yes?
excuse me, so this is a trap trigger, so this will just be a straight dex save that I have it written as.
Okay.
16.
Wait, so it's straight or it's disadvantage?
So it's disadvantage.
Okay. So for me, that's just straight then.
Yeah, it's 16.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Nice.
So as you guys are walking down this path, Dimran looks down at the ground and sees banana peels, and is like, "Oh, those are gross. I don't want to step on those." And as you kind of step, you crouch down a little bit to avoid it. And as that happens, a giant wash basin on a stick gets triggered and flops out of the wall. And as Mai is looking down at Dimran, like, what is this person doing avoiding bananas? She gets smacked directly in the face by a giant wash basin. And it still has that little clothes washing attachment, and you hear it hit the floor with like a zip, 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 zip. And you will take 2 damage from that.
Gotcha.
And the owlbear and Reslin just kind of sit back and watch this whole thing as Mai is knocked prone by a spring trap wall thing. And there's just bananas on the floor, and Dimran's just kind of like dancing around them.
And to help sell the whole idea of prisoner transport, Dimran's gonna look down at the mushroom creature and just go, honestly, you didn't even have the foresight to disengage traps during the prisoner transfer, and spit on the mushroom creature.
Rude.
It's a good thing you did that, because as you guys begin to look up, you see this large hulking creature staring directly down the hallway at you all. Doesn't seem to be taking any action, though.
Oh my gosh. I would like to get up, and I'm kind of like holding my face. Oh, shut up, prisoner. I'm still a little bit dizzy from the fact that I just got absolutely slapped in the face by a wash basin.
You know something like this, you got fucking
Trying to shake off the concussion. What?
That wasn't a slap in the face, that was you getting fucking bodied by a wash basin.
Yeah, just kind of trying to shake it off. Just like, oh gosh, that is definitely a concussion. Like, thinking that through. And I kind of shove Dimran, like, forward. And I look backwards at the other two and I go, hurry up. No, at the other, wait, yes, 2. And I go, hurry up. And keep walking.
Alright, so roll an in general performance then.
For all 4 of us?
All of us?
Or yeah, for all of you guys. Let's see if you're committed to the bit.
Yes! There it is! Oh, I've missed this.
Oh.
What did you roll?
11? Oh! 4.
Harry?
Okay, so you know how great those rolls were? Nat 1.
Me too!
So I got 2 nat 1s. So 2 nat 1s.
In the words of Matt Bellamy, we are fucking fucked.
1 and a 4. Okay. So y'all are just like, yeah, let's go, prisoners. And like somehow the owlbear produces a sound that sounds like a human sound and goes, yeah, we're prisoners somehow. Just a magical sound.
You failed so bad you spoke.
And then Reslin just forgets what he's doing for a moment and goes, "Yes, mommy." Just trying to be in character.
That's me.
And so, what I need all of you guys to do now is we're all going to individually roll an,
Initiative.
an acrobatics or athletics, whichever is higher for you.
Okay.
Oh gosh, I'm going to go back to Albert sheet.
Yeah. But you're gonna have wicked athletics.
Athletics. Yeah, I'm gonna have wicked athletics. So I'm gonna do that because
That's an
why?
that's a 19 athletics.
15 acrobatics.
Is that in that one?
And what did our owlbear get?
I got 10, so not quite as bad as last time.
Not
So-
quite as bad as Sophie's.
I got in that one.
Yep.
Plus my 4 in acrobatics, that's a 5, but I don't feel like that's gonna matter, is it?
This is pretty great. So what ends up happening is this this rot troll, whose intelligence was immensely in the negatives, somehow managed to outroll your performances.
I
because of
wonder
your nat
how.
ones. So the only one that actually beat the troll was the mushroom lady in disguise. However, all of you, you all failed. And seeing this, the rot troll grabs the decaying carcass of what looks to be what's left of a melted armored guard. He picks it up, dips it into one of his boils on his back, coating it with just a pustule-like material, and he throws it full hams down the fucking hallway. Right?
Can I, being first and having used athletics, if I pass, can I try and just body this thing to stop it from hitting the others as much as I can?
Given the fact that you guys didn't really see it coming because you were distracted by your bad performances, you reflexively would have dodged.
Okay.
The body of it would have gone through because there's not really a way for you to outroll a nat 1, unfortunately.
Right.
I'm sorry.
So you reflexively dodge. The body of the guard snaps in half because it's basically just melted at this point, and cracks directly on Mai's body, and the acid then flings back a little bit towards and hits the owlbear and splashes on the owlbear before the body hits the ground into 2 pieces. Mai, you will have taken 8 damage from this exchange, and owlbear will have taken 4 acid damage in this exchange. And now you can all roll initiative.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Hey. Oh, so what's my max?
16.
Oh gosh.
11.
16.
Is that 1-5 or 1-6?
1-6.
Sorry, I'm having to juggle like 5 different things over here.
Very good.
9 for me.
9.
9.
You're having to learn how to use. Wait, you have wild magic?
And what was Reslin?
Mine was 11.
Wait, mine's got wild magic sorcerer.
Yep.
Why are y'all saying that? Don't remind him.
Oh.
What have you done?
Oh.
What
This
do you
got
mean?
fun.
Because what's gonna happen is anything can happen, and now Doku's gonna use that, and somebody's gonna turn into a fish.
I mean, I've already turned into an owlbear. I don't see what the problem is.
Well, seeing as there's no water.
By range choices.
Oh no, that wasn't my choice. That was Doku.
What was
No, I
my
know it
choice?
wasn't my choice.
Making Mai a wild magic sorcerer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just I took the most learned school of magic, and then I basically figured that's what Mai did.
Mm-hmm.
She was an adventurer who goes on adventures to learn shit, and so I thought wild shape magic would be really cool.
Yeah, I'm just terrified.
We're terrified for you. It's okay.
So this is a rot troll. It is a large, giant, chaotic evil staring you down. And let's see what it gets with its -3. So it gets an 11, because it's slow boy. That matches Reslin. I'm sure Reslin's dex is higher than his. But let's see. Reslin, what was your dex again?
16.
My dex was 16 is +3.
+3. Yep, I only have a +1. So that brings us up to the front. Dimran, you just dodged a body, literally. What would you like to do?
Is half of 45 20 or 25?
Half of what? 45?
Yeah.
So it's
That'd be 22.5.
Well, yeah, but
25. Yeah, it'd be 25 because it's rounded up.
so she's going to she's just gonna grip her great axe as tight as she can, and just in this very methodical way start breathing very heavily. And actually, none of you would know what this looks like. But her eyes are gonna turn a very deep purple, and that same like storm cloak looking bear cloak forms over her in that same deep purple, but this time with tiger stripes here and there. As I use my bonus action.
It's a purple bear cloak.
Yes.
Shadow's is going to be very offended.
As I enter my rage with my bonus action, and with instinctive pounce, I get to move half of my movement on top of my regular movement.
Okay.
So sorry, that's not 45, that's 35, so 20. So that becomes 55 feet of movement.
Gotcha.
And so
That'll
then
basically put you anywhere except for behind it.
yeah, so then I'll just go straight in front of it.
Okay.
And I will take 2 swings at this creature.
Okay.
Okay, those are great rolls. That's a 23 and a 25.
They both hit.
Lovely. So that's, I need my d12s.
Ooh, that got loud. Sorry about that.
Yes, it did.
No worries.
So that is 20 damage for the first strike, and 11 damage for the second.
20 and 11?
Yep.
Perfect. So what you do is you swing just this axe directly in, and you notice it's not very well armored. It's basically just skin, pus, and loincloth. And so your axe like digs in and cuts through with very little resistance, even not using the the sharpest point of the axe. But what you do notice is it does cut in, and pieces of just rotten flesh will actually fall to the ground around him as you cut in.
Okay. That is my turn.
Okay, that's a little too chaotic with this music here.
No, she's gone.
Yeah. Man, this is all my old music. This sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, there we go. I'll just do this. Cool. Remember this one?
Yeah, I do. I like this one.
Yeah.
Good one.
You want Taylor Swift? Hold on, where is she? She's in here somewhere. Alright. I got this one for you. Straight up Final Fantasy.
Love it.
Ooh.
But
But
Cool.
hey,
So you rip in. It does. So next up on our attack order list then would be Mai.
All right. Let's see. I would like to cast suggestion. Get up there and cast suggestion. Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna get up there and get close enough that I can cast suggestion. And then that thing will have to roll a wisdom save of 17.
All right.
Well, can it understand you?
That's the question. So
Right, okay, let me check what languages I know.
Well, but you have to say it in a specific language. You can't say it in all of them.
I know, I'm trying to see what languages I know so I can pick.
Oh,
I just say it in common. Try this out.
cool.
Really sure it doesn't know what you call it.
So you suggest something to him in common, and it's like talking to a 2-year-old. It goes in one ear and kind of out the other, like he has a shared brain cell with every other person in this role, and he's not in possession of it at the moment.
Just like me.
So I guess that did not work.
It did not.
Dang it. Do I have any bonus actions that I can do?
You can
Sorry,
make
I'm
a
looking at
bonus
the
action with
code.
Quicken Spell, but you have to choose a cantrip.
I would like to do that then, and I would like to for my cantrip, I'd like to use Mind Sliver.
Okay.
It has to roll an intelligence of 17.
Oh, it's totally going to do that.
Yeah.
No, it did not.
I'm pretty sure it has to get a nat 20 to meet that.
Probably.
Because it has a -3, you said, right?
For wisdom?
No, for intelligence.
No, intelligence.
Yeah, it has a -3.
Yeah, so it has to nat 20.
It has to nat 20.
Yeah, that's true.
And your Quicken spell for a cantrip is gonna cost you 2 sorcery points.
Okay.
So you're down to 5. I'll keep track of that for you.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. So you are doing it's 1d6 psychic damage.
2. We're above 5th level.
Oh, right. So 2d6 psychic damage, and then 1d4 from my next saving throw.
Yep.
Yes. So that's 10 damage.
Go.
And yeah, that's my turn.
It's a me. My.
Me, Mario.
All right, Roslyn. What you doing, Mr. Emo Kid?
Okay, how far am I down the hallway?
Not super farther than everybody else. So, because you guys were kind of bunched up.
Yeah, because
So
I
you're
don't want to
probably-
be stuck in this hallway anymore.
Yeah, you're probably about, 50 feet away from the entrance of the room. Nah, maybe not, because you guys were bunched up. So hold on, let me actually math. 5, 10, 30, 40. Yeah, because there's only grid on certain parts of this. So you're about 40 feet from the entrance of the room.
Okay, I guess I moved 35 feet, and because I can't get out of it. And I used Tasha's Mind Whip, 2nd level, and he has to do a intelligence 18.
Okay, let me see if I get a nat 20.
Wait, he can't even do a nat 20. Never mind, he can't because it's 18, right?
Yeah.
Or does nat 20 beat things?
So hold on, it's hard to say. I think I'd rule it as cool at that point. Because technically, like a 20 is a crit, right? Homebrew rule, but yeah. Well, it's probably never gonna happen though. So 7 minus 3 minus 3. So I literally just rolled an unnatural 1 because of my loss to my saving throw, and my natural not intelligence. So he's down to 1.
So I rolled, let's see, 3d3 or 3d6. Sorry, 3d6 for the
3d3.
damage. So that's 12 damage.
My favorite dice.
D3.
That's 12. So
Are you
that's
doing
12
embroidery
damage.
over there? What are you doing?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what she's
I've been
doing.
doing embroidery the entire time.
And so from now on his next turn, it must choose whether it gets to move, an action, or a bonus action. Only gets one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Then that's the end of my turn. I don't have any bonus actions, do I?
I don't think so.
Right?
I'm
I can't
checking.
see the bonus actions on my thing.
Yeah, I'm checking. I'm checking. No, because you cast a spell. So you can't cast another
Okay.
spell, so no.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's the end of my turn.
Cool. So that'll bring us to Mr. Troll, and he's looking pretty hurt because he just took a lot of damage from y'all, and he's just unhappy. But he's kind of like shaking it off. The mind whip is like, oh man, what am I gonna do? So there is an excessively large boil on his face. That what he does is he takes his knuckles,
No.
and actually pinches the boil, and a 15-foot pus grouping shoots out and kind of splatters all over Dimrin and Mai. Um, and
Ew. Freaking disgusting.
oh my god, and I rolled true damage. So you guys take 12 damage each. Just from being coated in this
Was there
nasty
no
rock
save?
Wait,
pus.
there's
No,
no save.
it was basic. It was an area of effect.
Okay.
How much did we lose? Sorry,
Yeah.
12.
12 of what type?
So, and then also too, Dimrin, since you are in melee range, you get affected by his rancid degeneration. And since you're kind of standing where his rotten flesh is, the bottoms of your feet are actually starting to burn. And so that would be an additional 8 damage for you of necrotic damage.
Okay.
As
What
it's
was the
literally
12?
burning through your boots. That was also necrotic.
Perfect. So I take 10 total.
Yeah.
God, I miss being Bear Totem.
They're so cool, right?
But since he only has one thing to do, it would then be Shadow's turn.
Okay, right. So, the distance there, how far would you say I am from Roll Boy? I can't quite see the squares.
So you're probably about 60 feet away.
Well, no, he was in
from
front of front of Reslin.
Gotcha. So
So
Reslin was about 45 away from the entrance, right?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So you're probably 60 from him total.
16 total. I'm just trying to look at my thing. Speed. Question for you, Rain. Would I be able to use my feline agility as Albert or not?
DM.
Yeah, it's fine. Anything that you can
Okay.
do anything that you can do as a regular druid.
Well, that's a
let's-
Tabaxi thing.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the Tabaxi right there. Yeah.
You know it exists. Fuck it. Why not? Go for it.
All right. Cool. So feline agility. When I move on my turn in combat, I can double my speed until the end of the turn. Just means I have to spend another turn where I don't move at all, which I'm fine with. To be honest, I'm going to move into combat range, which means my movement is now, because I'm Albert, moves to 80 feet. So I should be able to close the distance nicely. I'm going to put myself just over here. And I'm going to start off my turn by turning around and biting him in the face with my beak.
Alright.
Oh, that's not going to hit, is it? That's going to be 13 to hit.
It actually doesn't. So you
Really?
you run up just full tilt, and you take a bite, and the beak actually just kind of breaks the little surface of the skin, and a little bit of it just starts to ooze out, but no real damage is done.
Okay, Shadow's going to recoil in disgust, and you're going to see sort of out of one of his paws, he's going to use second action to produce flame.
You can't. You took the attack action, so you're locked into it.
Fuck. Okay. I can do a second attack though, can't I?
Yes,
Second
you have
melee attack,
multi-attack
right?
as an owlbear.
Mm-hmm.
So you have
I
but
have my claws.
yeah, it has to be beak and claw, not one, not both of each.
Yeah, that's fine. I
Yeah.
can beat that. That's even worse. Oh, that's 11 to
horrible.
hit. That's not going to do it, is it?
You cannot play heavy hitters.
I can, just not very well.
What'd you roll?
11.
Also does not hit. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah. I am shooketh.
Shook it.
And
Well,
I'm
wait,
gonna
wait,
use-
wait. Does a 14 hit?
No.
No? Okay, because you do have a +1 to all your melee attacks.
Truth and totem, yeah. That's fair enough. Cool. Yep, that's gonna be my turn because I don't want to burn my bonus action just yet.
That brings the top round dim.
Okay. 2 more slashes.
Do your worst.
I can.
Probably pretty bad for Dimron, actually, now that I think about it.
Regretting your words. No skirt. Skirt.
Okay, that's a 16 and a 21.
Yeah.
21 hits.
16 doesn't?
16 does.
Perfect.
Because it meets.
I love it. Okay.
Also, I wasn't massively shit in that attack round. That's good.
Okay, that's another 11 and a 15 for a total of 26.
Total 26. Perfect.
And that is me.
Cool.
And actually, with bonus action, free action, whatever, she's gonna look back at the wizard and the sorcerer and just yell, "Get back! You don't need to be this close."
What do you think I'm trying to do?
That was more directed towards the sorcerer that followed her into the front lines.
I have to get there for suggestion.
You had 60 feet.
Not for suggestion. That's
Yeah.
30.
No.
What?
All right. Well, you said that was your turn?
I'm an idiot. I got that mixed up. Wait, no. Suggestion is 30 feet. Look.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, you still didn't need to get that close.
Shush.
I will not shush. You suck at being a backlighter, and you primarily play backlighters.
I'll get better.
Anyways, yes, that is my turn.
Gotcha.
I want to hit it with Mind Sliver again.
Okay. I gotta get a 17.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
That's a nat 20.
That was a nat 20.
Holy shit.
Yep.
That's annoying. It's annoying to say the least.
He somehow was so dumb it didn't work.
I'm just gonna stay back here. Here is nice. I'm gonna stay back here for now.
Yes. You are no longer you are no longer in the debris field from the nose bubble or the flesh that has fallen off of his person.
Just sound
I hate it.
Yeah, I hate that so much.
So much.
nose bubble.
Yeah, stop
No.
repeating it. That makes it worse.
Start repeating what? The
Nose bubble.
You're the worst.
I stopped, alright.
Okay, is it my turn?
Harry. Texting it. Texting it works too for that.
Yeah.
Anyway, is it my turn? Whose turn is it?
I finished my turn.
Then yes, it is your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So in front of me, I can't walk through, can I?
I mean, yeah, you
It's like,
can.
You can go past
It looks
me.
like a 10
yeah,
foot.
but like,
It looks like a 10-foot wide hallway. So
Yeah.
okay. Because I was like, I don't want to walk into the trap thing.
You
So
can move through it knowing it's there.
okay, because I'm thinking I'm gonna try to get to like the other hallway, so we don't have both of us here. Can I get to here with 35?
Checking maps. Give me one
Again.
second.
Oh.
Oh,
Again.
yes. Apparently you can. You are now a large creature. If you wanted to get down to there, you can. Yes, that's no problem.
Giant.
Okay.
She did it on purpose. She's like, look at my hot husband.
I was letting her do that at the end of it, just not right there. But I was gonna do Tasha's mind. I whip again at second level.
You succeed where I failed.
See if I can get another. No, so that's 16. So he did
Nope.
not succeed.
Alright, so 3d6. And that barely did any. I only did 5 damage that time.
Damage is damage.
hey, Tasha's mind whip isn't about damage; it's about hindrance.
Mhm.
True. It also, but it's
Yeah.
so, and again, since you failed, hindered.
Basically, you forced me into taking one action a turn. I don't really need to move because he's huge. But yeah, reducing him to one action without multi attacks. So basically, instead of him getting a 3 attack flurry, he gets one attack or one action really. So you are very severely keeping him right where he should be for you guys.
Hmm.
Because this is technically a lethal encounter, since I don't care about these players as much. I mean, maybe Dimwit.
I can't.
Yeah.
These players, wow.
I was waiting. Sorry, Steve.
There is currently a gunman in my room. Be very afraid.
Alright.
I'm
Okay, so how much damage was that?
scared. That was 5 damage.
Alright. And is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So Troll is going to do one final legendary action.
Mm.
Oh.
These noises.
I don't like it.
So Dimon,
Hmm.
Oh, no.
he attempts to grab you.
Okay.
Go ahead and you can either fight his strength or try to dodge.
Well, I will like opposing athletics.
Athletics or acrobatics, whichever
right.
you prefer.
Perfect. Which I get at advantage because I'm raging. Ooh. Okay. That's a 15. Plus 7. 22.
Okay. So he grabs you. His hand basically wrapping around your rib cage. He actually kind of crushes you to a degree, and you feel in your rage your ribs kind of crack as he takes your head and slams it directly into his chest. You are now drowning in
Ew,
rotting and decaying flesh. You're unable to breathe. Your eyes sting. And if you attempt to open your mouth, basically it'll be like a watery, decayed, gooey body flesh flood into your lungs as he has you stuck there in his body. And since he can't take an attack action, he's just going to pin you there in his body. And you will actually take 11 damage.
Is that post? Is that with resistance or no?
So your resistance, you have resistance to necrotic, right? So that's
I have
without.
resistance to everything except psychic.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, so that would have been 6 necrotic, 5 physical.
Perfect. But yes, as long as I'm raging, I have resistance to everything that isn't psychic.
Gotcha.
And
you are
Restrained or
pinned
grappled?
inside his. Well, yes.
There's a difference.
There is a difference. So you are grappled.
Okay.
So you are in his body, but you are no longer within melee range. You're not touching the ground. So you are not going to be affected by his necrotic flesh that's on the ground. And let's see who is in melee. Shadow is. Shadow, you take 10 necrotic damage.
Ooh.
You are standing in boiling necrotic flesh at melee range.
Yeah.
But that was his turn because he only has one action. You are grappled officially, is how I
Okay.
wrote this in.
Perfect.
So it'll bring us to Shadow's turn.
Okay. Because I've not taken the melee attack option first, I will now go ahead and produce flame. Because I really want to cast magic as an owlbear because that is really cool. So yeah, you notice within one of the shadow's paws, you see a small dancing sort of flame begin to flicker and grow into a little handful of fire, and he's just going to throw it at the troll. Oh, the nat ones. So good. It's different dice as well. So that's going to be with a nat 1, percent 11.
Okay.
I'm going to guess and say that misses.
So yes, but something else does happen. Interestingly enough, you produce flame and you chuck it, and it hits his body. But instead of actually causing him a lot of damage, the flames actually drip off with the some of the rotted flesh and actually hit the ground and ignite the flesh on the ground. Although you don't
Which
deal
I'm standing
damage,
in.
yeah, although you don't deal damage to him, the flesh on the ground, the debris, and the debris on his back actually dissipates for a round. Uh, as the boiling flesh turns to just a rotten steam, it smells rancid and horrible. However, you will not take damage until new debris is introduced because it is now burned away.
Oh,
Love that.
I did
Nice.
something that wasn't awful.
All right.
And I'll finish up this round with. I'm still doing melee attack. I'm going to go for a beak attack.
Still only have
Okay,
one
go
action,
ahead.
buddy.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Okay. In that case, no, I won't burn that just yet. Yeah, well, my turn there.
Okay. That'll bring us top round dim.
All right.
Just spend your action.
No, I don't. Grappled only reduces my speed to 0. I don't need my speed.
Grappled creature can use an action to escape by succeeding on strength athletics check you contested by your strength athletic check. Moving a grappled creature, nope. So you're
Right, but look at...
you're not gonna spend your action on it. Got it.
No,
Okay.
because I don't care that I'm grappled because all it does to me is reduce my speed to 0. It does nothing to my attacks.
Okay.
And I don't need to move away from it as long as it's living, so... Or unliving, probably.
Okay.
So that's 2 strikes at it. For a 26 and an 18. That dice is so fucking hard to see.
It looks like it's in a lot of pain. You're kind of swinging wildly. Your head is actually still buried into his chest. So at the end of your turn, you will take 5 damage.
Okay. Is that reduced or not reduced?
That was reduced.
Perfect. So then my damage is... Ooh, those are good rolls. That is 18 damage and 17 damage for 35 total.
Gotcha. Yeah, so he's pretty messed up now. You guys can tell that he's like, I mean, for a weird dead dying creature to begin with, he's huffing and puffing and just does not look to be in the best of health.
But that is me.
All right. So that brings us to Mai.
All right. Sorry, give me just a moment. I would like to use Firebolt on it.
Okay.
19.
That will hit.
I forgot. Give me just a second.
What?
No, just give me a second to remember which one to roll.
D10s.
What, D10? Okay,
Yeah.
how many of them?
2.
Sweet. Sorry. There's one. Where's my other one? Ah, here it is. Nope, that is not it. Sorry, I'm trying to find my.
You're
There
good.
it is.
You're fine.
Oh, that's 4. Sadness. Oh well.
How much
Still
damage?
trying to send on 5. What?
How much damage?
4.
Okay. So 4 damage hits, but the same effect actually happens. So the flesh that was scattered to the ground by Dimran's strike is actually now dissipated and vanished from the field. So it will no longer hit people. So basically, any flesh that was there was rotten away as he takes 4 damage. And still, he's just huffing and puffing and doesn't look good.
Nice.
So will that be your turn?
Yes, I think that's really all I can do.
All right. So that'll bring us to Reslin.
I'm gonna do Tasha's Mind Whip one more time.
All right. Seven total.
All right, and that's 13 damage. Woo! Plus the things that happen with actions.
Yep. He's very fucked. And will that be your turn?
That'll be my turn. I
Okay.
stay right there.
The troll is going to take one final swing then at Gilcius, who is in range. So he's basically
You mean
pinning.
shadows?
Yeah, you said
Who,
Gilcius.
sorry?
I said Gilcius. Fuck, you guys got Gilcius in my head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Confuse the
All different
DM.
things. I know. You guys
Make
got it
him
in my
forget
head.
that we took damage.
Poisoning. Poison the well. Anyway, Shadow. He's going to take one final swing at Shadow while pinning Dimrin into his chest.
He got it.
And rolls a nat 1. It's funny, too, because I said... Man, I'll just keep messing this up. Anyways, so he rolls a nat 1, completely misses. Dimrin takes 6 damage reduced from being pinned in his person.
How's Dimmer doing on health?
Very good.
Okay.
Yeah. Mrs. Owlbear. And actually, yep. Now it will be Shadow's turn. I gotta slow down with these names.
Right, I'm going to try and swing a little bit different this time. So he watches the owlbear, stands up on his hind legs, quite shakily at first, brings his large claws together, claps them, and you see a section of the ceiling sort of peel away as Moonbeam is cast onto the creature. I would like you to make a con save for me, please, DM. I'm casting this at 3rd level.
12?
12 fails, so he's going to take a full 3d10 radiant damage. If I can find the right d10s, there we go. Oh yes, good rolls. Woo-hoo-hoo! Okay, that is going to be 9 plus 9 plus 4. That is going to be 22 points of radiant damage. Just hitting this thing.
And so your radiant damage goes in, and it begins to show the cracks in the flesh that has been boiled away by the flames, and the radiant light is actually piercing through the outside of his body from the inside, as it then slices his body into pieces, and he falls apart in pounds and pounds of chopped meat on the ground, and he's dead.
No.
His internal organs liquefy all over the floor, and the stench hits your nose. And because, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Arr.
Okay. Give me a sec. 18.
You puke, but you're able to hold the rest of it in and don't take any damage.
Okay. Just retching in the corner. Just, it's
Right.
fine.
You see
Oh,
Mai
no.
just kind of bend over, going, huh, huh.
See, I feel like Dimran and Reslin aren't puking because they're both used to being around Kittis.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not puke, it's just pellets that comes out of Mai's mouth.
Right.
No, mine's not an owlin.
Yeah.
It's my
No, she's a high elf.
It was.
Mine's the headmaster from the school.
Ah, yeah. I was like,
Yeah,
for some
no.
reason I had it in my head that she was also an owlin. That's we spent
no
too much
worries.
time around owlin, guys.
All right.
The
so
Doku
he-
effect.
Right? It's a day of bad names. It's been a really busy week for me, so like
Yeah.
it's been
Thanks for
something.
making it.
Yeah, no, this is
Yeah,
this
same
is
here.
amazing.
We're kicking
I'm
ass, though,
learning
guys.
things about my husband, like the fact that when she was muttering in abyssal to him, she actually understood what she was saying.
Oh no, what did
What did she say? It was never specified on what Kittis said.
Oh dear.
Oh
She was
no.
trying to get a
Although,
reaction out of him.
If
Muttering in abyssal.
if anyone knew, it was Dana. She also speaks Abyssal.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, she wasn't like saying it out loud. She was muttering
Oh,
very quietly with
oh,
her like, mouth covered, and she was
In
like
my
trying to get him
headcanon-
to respond.
In my head
Oh.
canon, she wasn't like saying anything. She was just singing "Hello" by Lionel Richie, but in abyssal,
Yes.
Oh, but
which I'm not going to try and imitate because my throat for tomorrow.
all right. So, okay, what do I hear down like the hallways, trying to figure out the way out?
Go ahead and roll a perception with advantage.
Okay, just with advantage. Sweet.
Hmm.
19.
That was loud. Holy.
Sorry, I'll turn that down a little bit.
Oh no,
No,
not you.
it wasn't you.
Her dice.
It's my dice.
Her dice like hit the table like at the perfect angle. It was just
Loud.
ear shattering.
Gotcha. Yeah, I heard like the
Magic.
rumble at the same time, so I was like, oh. But okay. So you don't hear really anything coming from the south hallway. The only thing you're hearing right now is the squishiness of the meat as it just kind of falls apart and just kind of boils and bubbles. You don't really hear anything from the south hall. You actually don't hear anything from the north hall aside from, I guess, a whistle of a wind, kind of like there might be a cavern somewhere in the distance.
Okay, so south hallway, there's a cavern. Nothing to.
North hallway, there's possibly a cavern. South hallway, there's nothing that you can hear. It seems completely.
And what about the one
no-
behind me? Is that the south hallway?
That's south.
Okay,
That'd be south.
There's like looks like there's another one over here.
Yeah, so there's south and north. From what you can tell with a 19, that those will connect to each other.
Okay.
So if you whistle down the one hallway, you hear it behind you.
Okay. So, I relay this information to everyone else.
All right. I think we should head north then.
Agreed.
If north probably has a cavern, then we can probably get out using the cavern. Hopefully.
Is everyone
The owl
in
bear
agreement?
agrees. Owlbear's been nodding the whole time.
And
So, yes.
so as we're walking down this hallway, Dimran's gonna get right next to the owl bear and just kind of like pat it on the back and go, you know, you almost remind me of a friend of a friend, but you act quite differently. He was quite arrogant. You're not. I don't know. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you were, but whoever you are, you're a friend now, and I'm gonna help you fix this. Nothing makes friends like combat.
And as they're walking along, the owlbear is just going to sort of pat Dimron on the back as like a sort of good talk friend kind of way.
I like the idea that like the owlbear's trying to be gentle, but like Dimron just goes.
Yeah,
flying.
Well,
pushing
if there's
Dimron
anyone that
along.
the owlbear wouldn't body,
Like
it's
dwarven
Dimron.
bowling ball.
So you
But it's
are
just a funny way.
you are making your way through this hallway, and you kind of come to a passage, and it actually seems magically dark in all three
Oh, I remember
directions.
Mm.
Alright.
You see the winding hallway continue on straight into kind of a clouded darkness. You see a light kind of in the room that you're in, and as you kind of go farther down, there is a left and then a right, but they're equally impossible to see.
Can I hear down them though? I'm back.
So let's see. Now that you're a little bit closer, to the left, it sounds kind of like the chittering of spider carapaces in a cavern. The south, you hear the creaking of ropes that are tensioned. And to the north, you don't hear anything.
I relayed this information to the party. We got spiders, ropes, or nothing.
Let's avoid this. Just in general. Ropes could potentially lead to a rope ladder or a rope bridge, or tied up people.
Or depending on the size of the spiders, more spiders.
Tied up spiders.
Like, Resin just kind of like looks at the two of you like, no, I was joking.
Wait, no, the owlbear can't
Okay.
And
talk.
also, the owlbear can't talk.
Yeah, that didn't
that
happen.
was me as a player talking then.
Oh, okay.
That was just us being idiots.
But so Dimron's gonna.
That was Harry being an idiot right there.
So just every day.
I have my moments. I have my moments.
But so Dimron's gonna say, maybe we take our chances with the quiet route, and if that doesn't pan out, we turn back and go the route of the ropes.
I agree. So I think we head that way.
Okay, so you head directly into this magic barrier, and you pass through it. And the moment you do, you can actually see through it. And you will continue on until you reach a dead end of a tunnel.
Dang it.
And there is an inscription scribbled on the wall that says, "Looking here is the exit." And you're like, that's strange. But when you turn around to leave from the dead end, you realize that there's a wall now in front of you on the other side as well, and you are trapped.
You gotta be kidding. Okay.
Can I touch the wall with the inscription?
You can.
I would like to do so.
It is a wall. It's cold to the touch.
Oh,
It's a little bit moist. It's like that serrated brick that middle schools are made out of on a rainy day, so it kind of just
I know
feels...
exactly what you're talking about, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It's like
so
passing a
can we
shark.
tell? Is there like any trick to like any? Is it mag? The rooms I'm assuming is magic, but like, is there like a magic trick wall, basically?
Right? Like, I thought it was gonna be a... Oh, my hand's gonna go through. Sad. This is...
Wish I had.
Yeah!
That so bad. Okay. So, we don't know. Do we notice anything else around the room other than the inscription?
You can roll an investigation as a group if you wanted.
Yes. Yes, please.
Yep. Investigation. Oh gosh.
Nope, that's a 9.
Dirty 20. Dirty 20.
19.
6.
Didn't get the lowest.
All right, so not too bad. The dirty 20 is probably saving you guys for the most part. So both walls actually seem to be made of the same material. So the wall in front of you with the inscription just has the inscription, looking here is the key to the exit. And then when you turn around, the wall behind you that has appeared is a solid wall. It is not magical. It doesn't seem to be. It seems like the wall had always existed there. There doesn't seem to be like it moved into place. It just poofed into existence. And it's made out of the same material of brick. You have no idea how thick it might be.
So the wall says, "Looking here is the exit."
Looking at this wall is the key to the exit.
Looking at this wall is the key to the exit. We're going to be dumb. We're going to try.
Oh no, are you gonna Harry Potter this?
We're going to look at the wall and they're just kind of like, why would you go to another wall and looking at that wall?
So
Are you going to try and
what are you
platform
doing?
9 3/4 this stuff?
Oh, you're gonna 9 3/4.
Yeah, we're gonna try 9 3/4 this.
I feel like you're gonna get the second book.
I'm not running at it.
I
So-
hope that. If not.
So are
Which
you
is too late,
running?
We missed a train.
You running at the wall with the inscription?
No. Basically, she touched the wall. Basically, it said, "Looking at this wall is the key to the exit." So the goal. So I'm gonna just basically look at the wall and just kind of like try to pass through each of the walls while still looking at that wall.
Okay. So what all walls do you try?
I think I would first go like left, right, and then back.
So you are staring at the inscription on the wall, and you touch the wall and nothing happens. You touch the wall to the north while staring at the inscription, and nothing really happens to the wall. However, while looking at the inscription, you feel the wall behind you, and your hand passes through it.
Oh.
I kind of just say, "Found it," and just kind of walk backwards.
You see Kittis staring at the wall. She says,
Kittis.
Reslin.
"Found her." Oh my god!
Get it off.
I give up on life. I'm so done.
Shadow's going to look at Breslin, all
This is the choice.
confused.
Reslin just looks at the party, staring at the wall, and goes, "Found it," and passes through the wall, walking backwards.
Oh my gosh, she's been a ghost this whole time. I'm kidding.
Do I see anything on the other side where I'm at?
Just the hallway where you came from.
Mhm.
And the magic barrier seems to also be gone, so you can kind of see down the hallway farther.
Okay.
All right. I think I would like to see what Reslin did, and then I would like to copy what Reslin did. I'm like, oh, I think I understand.
Mai also then passes through the wall while walking backwards.
Seeing this, Shadow's going to copy Kiddis and
Ha! You did it too.
sort of try and reverse. And we'll also try and reverse into the wall.
Oh my.
Um,
Not even
So you-
engaged yet. Slow
you-
your roll.
you have a hard time walking backwards in your owlbear form. It's very doesn't feel natural to you, but you are staring at the wall with the inscription. You pass backwards through it.
And so Dimrin will follow Kittis and Gilcius and Mai, who he somehow hasn't fucked up yet.
I'm sorry, y'all just got me twisted.
And walk backwards through the wall.
All right, Dana passes through the wall as well. How about that?
Yes, and as Dimrin follows through the wall, she flips off the sky for no reason.
That's what happens when I take 3 weeks off. All right, it's all just jumbled in there. I lost all my notes and I took 3 weeks off. I'm completely fucked here. I'm sorry.
Hey, at least Harry hasn't called me Snurn yet.
Right?
Oh my
That's
gosh.
next.
There's still half an hour. Just saying.
There's still, I don't know if that's hope, but
Okay, so there's
But
nothing else
rebellions
in
are
this
built
hallway.
on hope.
There's
Oh my
nothing else
gosh.
in the hallway aside from the trap.
So we do ropes or spiders.
Ropes.
not spiders.
Ropes.
Not the freaking spiders. Do I have
I
a
mean,
feeling?
you can befriend them.
Um, so you guys just kind of begin walking. Are you guys walking as a group? Who's in front?
Dimron.
Dimron's in front.
Dimron can take a hit.
It's Squishy's in the middle.
Mm.
Yeah, Albert back.
Our bit are back. I'm assuming Reslin. We're going back in the same order where Reslin's like next
Yeah.
to Dim, like
Dimron, Reslin, my owlbear.
So you guys get about 30 feet past this little side area here as you're walking. And Reslin, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh,
with
dear.
advantage again.
With advantage, yep. You have perception on all advantage with hearing.
Okay.
So unless you're investigating with something else, you are naturally talented and gifted.
Okay. That's 24.
You hear the sound of rope snapping.
Hmm.
And as you do, you also hear what sounds like a 50-ton boulder beginning to roll.
Ha!
And the Indiana Jones theme song, for some reason, completely plays through your mind.
God.
There better be a French archaeologist at the other end working with some of the some of the bad guys.
So here's how this is going to play out. This giant boulder is now coming towards you guys at hundreds of miles per hour. You're closest to the hallway, so
Oh, no.
you will have a straight roll to duck and avoid it. Dimrin, you are farthest, so you're going to roll at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, there's like a side hallway right back next to Dimron.
Yep, that's where she's going to potentially jump into. Reslin and Owlbear, I don't want to screw this up again. Shadow will have to make a run towards the rear to avoid the rolling rock. Reslin will roll with a straight roll, and so will the Owlbear.
Is that
Okay.
just straight with Dex or like just straight?
So you will roll an athletics, because you are fucking running full speed. You are dashing through the snow.
Okay.
With a one horse
No, not yet.
open something.
Oh, that's not bad. Oh no. I've just seen the reactions of the. Oh no.
The Squishy members.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
This is gonna end terribly.
I got 17.
Okay. So you.
Owlbear.
Owlbear's in the back like deuces. Owlbear sees Reslin turn around and run in, and Owlbear's like, I'm out too. The Owlbear pays attention to where the trap is rolling, however, and notices that it's rolling towards the left. So the Owlbear will actually kind of duck towards the right hallway, where it gets thinner, and the rock will avoid hitting him.
I rolled an 8.
I rolled 4.
You rolled a 4 with advantage?
Dear.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
wait,
with a
did I
straight
have
roll.
it?
No, you didn't. You just didn't have disadvantage. Never mind.
hell.
Oh yeah. So you rolled a 4. So you will jump into the side hallway as quick as you possibly can, but it will hit your leg
Well, so
and kind of crush it.
can I, because they're all obviously moving before me because I'm the closest, when I see my not entirely get in the way, instead of getting out of the way myself, can I enter a rage and like full body shove her the rest of the way into the hallway?
You're gonna. Okay. Why don't you? Let's see here. You know what? We can rule a cool this here. So you're going to. Let me see what I can do mechanically. Then give me the roll
With
for athletics.
with my rage, that would even out to a
Mhm.
so to a straight roll for a 24.
24. Okay. I will say that you will potentially push her out of the way then. Your focus is going to be on her, and her leg will not be crushed by this.
Oh, thank goodness.
Reslin, what happened to you?
I rolled an 8.
Okay. You are getting out of there. But
Uh-huh.
you follow the wrong path. Um, and
Oh.
you get to the barrier and run through it at full speed. However, you can't see the rock behind you, and you assume that you're safe as the rock comes to a stop directly where you are, and you basically take the full force of the roll. And it hits you, but it doesn't roll over you. So you will take um, 13 points of damage as it just stops short and bodies the crap out of you.
32 to 13.
Um, Dimrin. You're raging, so you're actually going to take half damage from that, then,
Right.
aren't you?
Yep.
Um, what's half of 41?
20.
20. So yes, thank you for the maths. You basically push Mai out of the way and kind of curl into this ball where you brace your elbows and your arms and your legs in this like fetal position, but in like a straight, and it tips you and like squishes you sideways, but you're like raging this ball as you're squeezing your resistance and full body tension up against it, and it rolls over you while really only affecting like the limbs, and you can kind of hear the small bones in your body begin to splinter but not break as you take 20 damage. Push my out of the way. Breslin gets bodied, and the owlbear just goes, haha, you freaking loser.
Yeah. Owlbear's like, oh, bye-bye.
However, the barrier fails from the rock piercing it, and you find yourselves in a big chamber with a staircase that goes straight up.
And so
Okay.
Dameron's gonna now she's kind of very heavily not heavily, but she's definitely leaning on her great axe, blade side down, to kind of support her after that hit.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Um, didn't we have some potions?
Yep, I had one to Dimran and Rosalind drinks one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's 2d4.
2d4 healing.
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Okay.
Owlbear, are you all right? Are you all right? Okay. Okay. Good.
Okay, 7
I'm
plus
still
2.
very confused by
That was 9, right?
Yep.
Nah.
Yes.
Owlbear completely looks unscathed from pretty much every exchange so far.
Yep.
I mean, hey, if it works, it works. Like,
Yeah, Albert's just sort of looking at you guys thinking, how are they so damaged by a rock?
we fight a troll, get mostly hurt by a rock.
Yeah.
Well, no, I took a lot more damage
Was
from
it
the
a magic
troll.
stone?
What?
So what is it,
Several
a
people were
magic
talking-
stone?
Oh gosh.
Anyway, do I hear anything up the staircase?
You kind of hear the chittering of spider carapaces, and you hear just the air flexing of just web as it kind of small silk strands kind of break and touch the ground ever so slightly. But it seems like at this point, it's probably the only path left.
Yeah.
And so
So
here
Rusty kind of turns to Dimmer and he's like, "Do you want to make some more friends?"
I'll certainly try, but in the event that it doesn't work and she'll look back at the owlbear, seeing as somehow you can use your magic, I don't understand it and I don't want to try to right now. Is there any capacity in which you can heal me? And while she waits for him to look through all to initiate the healing, she will start casting Speak with Animals.
Oh, are you going to attempt to speak directly with Shadows?
No, the spiders.
Okay.
Because she knows she
Um,
can't speak to the owlbear because she tried before and it didn't work. The only reason she could understand them was because somehow they could talk.
Gotcha. Okay. So we'll just do this then.
Ooh. Oh, we are definitely in a Fey Tower right now.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Where's the rest of my map? Hold on.
I don't know.
Player question. How much healing does Dimran need at the moment?
I'm like, call it 53%.
Okay.
Basically, on a
so-
scale of
okay,
96, I'm at 52. I'll put it that way.
God.
Interestingly
Okay,
specific
yeah,
number.
I'm gonna definitely use high levels for this then. Yeah, because I think I've got I've still got a couple of third level slots there, so I can always burn one of them and heal
Oh
up
wow.
hmm
because I got cure wounds.
So as you guys begin to enter this room, it actually comes to life a little bit. And you see Dimran kind of go down and do the, all right, I know there's something here. You can see a bunch of spider webs just kind of on the roof and ceiling. There's actually spider webs covering the entire staircase in front of you. The moment you breathe out in this room, you see a giant cavern light up with just lightning. And it seems like there are wards on the wall of magic runes. That the first thing you actually see is the door close behind it, and the runes then light up at the same color wavelength as the lightning that seems to be flying through the room in that cavern on the ground. Um, a few minutes elapse, and you actually feel the quick initiation of a conversation in common tongue, actually. Um, and you hear a response from the spiders to your hails. What is it that you want from me?
Oh,
I don't like that.
I hate that so much.
Good job, though.
You are in my home.
We don't want to be. We're just trying to get out.
I'm
Yeah,
out. I'm out.
she's gonna go. Look, all we require is passage. We're just trying to get out of this terrible, terrible place. Is there anything I can do for you in return for safe passage?
If you can get me out, I can eat, and I will follow you out. I seek freedom.
All right.
Is it lol?
Is it lol?
No. See, I was gonna make a joke and say it's like the spider version of William Wallace, but Lolf makes a lot more sense.
Um,
It can't hurt us.
Who are you?
I'll go ahead and let me just see here.
Oh no, he's gonna put up a token.
Oh no.
He's gonna
Also,
put up a token, and we're not gonna like it.
Dimran's gonna get healed for 19 points of healing.
Love that. Okay.
And from the ceiling descends
No.
a giant spider with a human torso clad in
That's
armor
lol. It's
and
freaking lol.
white hair.
Right.
It is about the same size as you guys, though. It's larger than you, but it's not ungodly in size. It is, as the owlbear called it, it is a drider descends from the ceiling. She doesn't touch the floor, but you can tell she's just staring at you.
Do we know who it is? Like, do our characters know who this is? Wait, what did
It's
it
not a god.
Oh, not
Thank
a god.
goodness.
She's gonna go. All right. Look, I think. Holy shit, that's cool.
Hi.
Hi.
Um,
Hello.
she's gonna go.
Oh, forgot it's finger.
All right, if you're
Yes.
willing to help us escape, I'm willing to help you escape, and these three are following me. We're all working together to get out of here. The one thing I ask is if any of the four of us survive, it's him. And she points to Reslin.
That's right.
Did Reslin actually like?
No, I am. I'm just like,
Sort of Nickelodeon style.
it's like, I'm sorry. I'm just like, I want my wedding.
Really? Because you haven't mentioned it before.
Shut up.
And
If any of you don't survive, you will live on in my stomach.
Ah!
Beware the wards of the room, as they stop even me. And as she says those final words, she touches the ground and actually retracts some of her webbing in the room so that the entire floor no longer is difficult terrain. And you can move around freely, and you can actually see pretty clearly the wall on the far side of the room is lit up with wards. And when the wards lit up, the door closed and the lightning started.
so can we
I'd
safely get
like to
to
go.
that wall, but not past it?
Yeah, so basically there's 2 flights of stairs.
Mm-hmm.
You can get up to the, you can pass the second set of stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So you can basically, it's plateaued, right?
Yeah.
So you can get up to the second plateau where the wards are if you wanted to try.
If we wanted to, why to try?
I want to go up and look at the rooms.
There are wards. So as you approach, you will feel a spider shot of webs grab you when you try to take a step onto the plateau from the steps. You can attempt to resist, but roll an insight.
All of us?
Whoever's trying to step onto the top plateau first, which I believe was Mai.
That's an 8. Oh wait, I think by now I've probably dropped the mushroom disguise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it only lasts an hour, so.
Yeah, I'm no longer mushroom, just Mai.
So you feel the spider shot attempt to grab you. With an 8, you understand that there were no spider webs on the top plateau, but there were spider webs on the bottom plateau. And she's now attempting to grab you. But you will roll a dex save reflexively.
Oh wait, like this is from the Drider lady?
This is from the Drider, yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm confused because I'm just trying to look at the runes, but
Maybe she's trying to save you from dying.
yeah, I'm going to allow it. I'll allow it.
Okay. So she grabs you and pulls you basically 5 feet as a bolt of lightning actually charges from one of the top runes and dispels a lightning strike, and it actually breaks the marble floor tiles where your feet just were.
Oh dear goodness. Thank you. I see the problem now. Yes.
And to answer
Okay, so-
Infernal, yes, they are trapped in ancient ruins that were expanded, part of a mine shaft that they're aware of.
Okay. So can we read the runes?
Sure. I mean, do you want to attempt to roll like an Arcana?
Yeah, I want to try to read what they say.
I want to as well.
Okay. Why don't you guys do
But
it
I'm not
together?
saying all the day.
Yeah.
Roll a group Arcana.
I just got 11.
17.
Nat 20.
Oh wow.
Okay. So let's see here. Does the bear get anything?
Harry dropped somehow.
Oh no.
He'll be back in a sec. It's happened to both groups so far, so it should just be a moment. There we go.
Hey, what's up?
There we are. So you will You will identify the runes actually as a high elf language, just their basic runes, and from what you can tell, the moment one dispelled, it becomes inactive and inert. And so there are 6 runes left of the 8. The first one started the lightning. The second one, you can presume, attacked with lightning. But the remainder of the runes are different than the lightning spells. So
Oh
you
no.
cannot necessarily identify what they are. But what you do identify is the wards um, don't seem to be the same as the first 2 that have started.
Wait, does this mean we have to step? Like, this is me speaking. Does this mean we have to step and get attacked over and over?
We could.
That would be the way to brute force this, yes.
The spider could just bungee cord us back each time.
But I don't know.
It works for the lightning.
That's the way the brute force this.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be another way to do this.
Okay, I'm just saying, if all else fails, bungee cord it. How else would you describe it? Bungee cord.
I'm sorry. It's fine.
Bungee.
So we can't tell what it says.
They just seem to be warded runes in a language you don't seem to understand.
Oh.
So there's lightning.
The first 2 that have been dispelled are the same. Presumably, you're presuming with a 20 in that group that, yes, those first 2 were lightning related. Because the lightning is charged up behind you, and then you were also attempted to be struck with lightning when attacked. And they're both turned off now.
How big is the gap that the 2 inert ones left?
Between the runes?
Yeah. No, like
Only
the runes and the gap between, so that we could just try to walk through that section specifically.
So the runes are on the back wall. So do you see the actual purple markings on the wall on the far back?
Uh-huh.
Those
Yeah.
are kind of the warded spell runes. So they're
Okay.
on the walls. They're probably about 12 by 12 and only about 2 inches apart.
Okay.
Um,
Are there any that look like they would expel poison?
Not that you can tell with the Arcana that you got.
I got the
You
nat
don't-
20.
You did get the nat 20. You don't seem to see or think of any poison. You assume that they're elemental.
Okay.
I'm like, the problem is, I personally want to firebolt one and see if I can just wreck the room. But I don't want to. I don't want to get hurt.
Gosh. Okay.
There's got to be another way than brute force. Because if you said that's the way to brute force it,
There's another way to do it.
yeah. So is there any other clues to what this is in the room?
A wall with magical traps.
I cast
so-
firebolt.
Okay. So realistically, looking around briefly, this seems to be the room. There are pillars, but they're blank, and it's kind of cave going into nice marbling. The only thing really lit up is the lightning and the runes. You cast fire what?
Firebolt
On which one?
at one of the rooms.
Alright.
Just any of them.
Any of them? Alright.
I'm tired of waiting and I want to see what happens.
You're
Go
pulling a
ahead and-
kiddish.
Go ahead and
Yes!
roll an attack for me.
Okay.
You're seriously pulling the kiddish.
You do it literally all the
I don't
time.
I play kiddish.
Let me have this.
Mine's way too much like kiddish to hate her when we first met.
What? Hush.
Oh!
That's fun. Would that attack have my spell attack save? Oh yeah, it would of the +9. So 13.
Okay. All right. So you're hitting something that's not missing. So your fireball actually hits it. And in response, a giant gust of wind comes and pushes across the area, And you can tell that if you were standing in an area that was pushed by that wind, you would have probably fallen into the the lightning
The pit of lightning.
pit of lightning. So you are
So,
mostly
but it didn't go. It was on the gust of wind that didn't reach the staircase we were on. Though it's only in the.
you were protected. Yes.
So potentially we could just firebolt all of them.
Let's firebolt all of them.
So are
We
are
agree
are
on firebolting.
well? So
Firebolt.
Dimron's actually gonna say out loud because are y'all saying this plan out loud or?
No, we're watching what just happened.
We're watching what happens. It's like, and we're like both wrestling it. I guess Maya have the same idea. Like, well, why don't we just firebolt them?
We could if we stand back.
But the question is, why didn't the spider lady firebolt them?
Maybe she doesn't have magic, Sharice. Not everybody.
Okay.
She could chuck rocks at them.
Maybe she's got a
Counter idea. You're all
Treasure.
magic users. Do any of you have a way to dispel this?
I
Spell,
don't know.
can
You gave us stuff.
Not that I'm aware of, at least.
Well, I gave y'all stuff, so
You
I
have
know.
spell.
Dimron doesn't. Dimron doesn't understand magic.
Yeah, but the thing is you gave us a spell thing. We don't know what all our spells do. I've been having to look them up.
Right.
Yeah.
So, because I have faithful help.
Ah,
but...
I do have dispel magic.
That's what I was waiting for.
That would be helpful.
There's too many spells. I don't know what use this. Yeah. I've only got one. I've only got one third level spell slot there. Yes, I'm gonna try and sort of lumber on over, and I'm gonna cast dispel magic on the wards.
Okay. So you hit. Are you hitting the left wall or the right wall? The right wall has 3 active. The left wall has 2 active.
Let's go. Let's go with one of the 3 active, so we can get the lion's share out of the way. I think.
Okay. So you actually take a moment and you cast dispel magic, and the wards on the right wall all turn off completely, and you assume after looking at that one of them was actually earth magic because the heavy stone door is now open with 2 wards active on the left wall. All the ones on the right seem to be dispelled, and the way forward is there. And let's see what Drider would do. Cause yep, so Drider fucking dashes for it. Like she pushes you, she pushes you out of the way, and she's just in a straight dash. One of the wards actually casts a fireball, which will cut across and will miss her because she just rolled a 30. So let's not talk about that. It will miss her entirely, and she is out the door on the other side into the darkness.
Man, she's gone.
Okay. I'm so glad we chose not to fight her.
Mm-hmm.
One more to go, I guess. Yeah, because the fireball.
And she'll look over to Reslin. You're quite the learned man. Can you figure out what that last rune does? Ward, whatever?
Based on what happened, can I figure out what the last ward does?
Yes. Even without doing it, you can probably piecemeal together with basic intelligence that the one that was just dispelled was a fire, and the one remaining is probably also a fire.
Probably fire.
It is a fireball.
So should we try and dispel this one like we did with the others?
And
well, I mean, with dispel magic, but could just hit it again. Oh no, kill touch would. No, kill touch would work, right?
No, it's necrotic.
Oh dang it! That's a chill touch then. It sounds like it should be ice damage. It really frustrates me. Because I don't have it. Don't.
Okay. So.
And Gail, we'll wrap soon, probably 15. Do you want to hang out for another 14 minutes? Is that okay?
If we can make it any sooner, that'd be amazing. I'm just massive. I've been awake since like
Question.
6 o'clock this morning, and I'm exhausted.
Gotcha.
So the firebolt won't hit the staircase. The fireball won't hit the staircase, right?
No.
So if I firebolt it, will the door close?
No.
Well, then why not just firebolt it and just get rid of the last one?
Sure.
Firebolt it. Firebolt.
Okay. So just roll to make sure you don't get a 0.
Okay.
Maybe I'll firebolt.
Anything but a 0.
Oh yeah, that's 26.
Okay. So you shoot your last fireball at it and firebolt at it, and you're like, all right, well, whatever. The rune dispels, and the room actually goes completely dark.
Yeah.
Well, we can see.
Nice.
Right.
Dark vision.
But still, Mike goes,
Wait, did the room disappear?
Oh, I'm loading the next map.
Okay, I was about to say.
I suppose we walk through the doors?
Yeah.
You guys find yourself in a place that you're partially familiar with.
Hmm.
We're back in the mine.
Oh, Dimron, you know how to get out now.
Yeah.
But the question is, do I hear any workers?
So you do actually hear large owlbear workers and the sounds of chains in the distance clanging away, probably to the left. But you really don't hear anything else in this entire top floor of the mine, really.
So Dimron is gonna head over. Are there any large deposits of crystal like there were when we entered this way back when?
They are. However, they look different.
Oh.
They are
Say
not.
some of their skill.
They are not a shining blue anymore.
Okay.
They are actually dim, almost like normal sapphires.
Okay. Well, Dimron will still go. She'll take a large-ish pouch, and she'll start hacking at one of them with her great axe. Cut off a chunk and put it in one pouch and hand it to Mai. Do the same with another and pocket it.
So where's the fire? This is me talking.
Right.
This is me talking. Is the fire? So the fire's on the top of the mountain.
I want to find the fire.
The fire's on the top of the mountain.
So
We'll see it when we get out of the mine. So I think we get out of the mine first.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but the problem is, so there, I don't hear any people, just the owlbears. Right?
So roll one more perception, and I will say we are on our way out of the cave.
Perfect. And just for the sake of havoc, so that we have a better chance of getting out, as we're passing the owlbears, Dimron's gonna go and with her strongest swing break the chains of each owlbear.
Heck yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Nice one.
So I'll say that after some time that you were able to do that. And
When you sorry.
no, it's all good. And you have freed 2 owlbears.
Perfect.
I rolled a 12.
When you do this, Mai's gonna go like, are you sure that's a good idea?
I've done it before with your little pupil.
Cedar.
Yes, of course, Cedar.
Huh. I do have a lot of questions, but we can answer them outside the mine.
Resin just kind of like eyes her, like, and then just kind of like continues walking, like, okay.
So you guys seem to really mostly be on your way out of the mine. It is nighttime as you kind of get to the exit, and it is raining. Tremendously just raining and raining and raining outside, and that's kind of what you hear. But even through with a 12, what you hear is a single guard actually just snoring away at the front, not thinking anything of it. He's just out cold.
Yep, I guess we're just gonna
We leave.
sneak past. We're just like, yay!
We just leave.
As you guys walk out of the cave,
Wait, is there any traps?
you hear a you're just making it so much effort. As blue flame surrounds the entire party on the exit to this cave. And it's not a normal flame, because it's not being put out by the rain at all. It seems to be produced by a lantern that this woman is holding and spraying out in a circle. The entire party is now surrounded in a dome. Your arcane magic just feels like it's weakening. Spell slots almost seem to be sucked from your person as she steps through the flame, smiling. She cracks her whip,
Oh, it's the mushroom lady.
and that's where we'll end the session.
Oh god.
Whoa.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Wish I had a little
Yay.
bit more time, but
Yeah.
this shouldn't take
Just
too
okay.
much longer to resolve. But
Yeah.
it's combat.
Roslyn sends a message to kids. Sorry. Help.
So yes,
Help. 25.
sorry to accelerate the end of that a little bit, but I know we had kind of a time crunch.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sorry about that on my end as well. I would happily
You're
stay
good.
longer,
No
but
worries.
All good. I had one too. I mean, I was have to be out about this time anyway of rehearsals.
yeah. No, fair enough.
So
Oh,
how'd
that
it
was
feel?
fun. That was a
It felt good to be Dimron again.
Yeah.
I
Wish
really
I
want
had
to have Shadow
planned
just not
as a
being out there so
character.
I can talk.
Yeah, I didn't plan mine either. I had no idea.
Oh, you know, that's why I had you build my.
I thought we were just doing that for fun.
No.
You tricked me.
No.
all these
We don't do most of this for fun.
The-
jokes about assistant DM.
The only character that I didn't get any of your help with was the random druid. Because it's a random druid and I can just build it however the hell I want.
Wait, when did I help you with Reslin?
You didn't, but just with your little bits and pieces about Reslin, I just picked up and built him.
I'm like, the problem is I didn't plan his personality. Really? I was like,
That's
crap.
right.
I'm so sorry if I was boring, guys.
Nah.
Yeah, sorry if I seemed a little quiet. I was just like trying to think, what do I do? What do I do?
That's why I took over a lot.
To be fair,
I know
I was
that was
thinking, how do I owlbear?
yeah. No, that was the funny part is I was trying to get you to be in a position where you had to like act out kind of in real life what you were trying to say and stuff.
Mhm.
So it was kind of fun. I was hoping for a little bit more roleplay, but I mean, not from you guys, just roleplay opportunity in general.
Right.
But it seemed very like there was a lot of slapstick traps in there too, which
Mhm.
was fun because you guys were like, "We're gonna go right into them," and I'm like, "Yes."
You're welcome.
Well, I mean, with Dimron, I'm not worried about damage because my job is to take damage. With Dana, I'm worried about damage because I have to take damage to deal damage.
Yeah.
I love when I'm like, mine's supposed to be like this regal, like, mentor figure. I had her get absolutely slapped, like, absolutely bodied by a wash basin.
Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't use polymorph.
I wasn't sure how to apply it. Okay.
This is what happens when you don't give us the character sheet one time.
I know.
I wasn't supposed to, so I didn't.
Yep. This was a surprise. That was the best part. Is I
Yep.
wanted to kind of like
No, and
surprise you guys with
and I've
something
known
crazy.
this since you were, Cherise, since you were talking about, hey, after Sophie, after Cedar's arc, we need to go rescue my boyfriend. That's when Doku and I started planning this.
Yeah, this was back when my computer was
Aw.
still working like 4 sessions ago. is
Yeah.
When I put this together.
So it's been like a month and a half, 2 months.
God damn.
Oh, also, I feel like I should tell you guys. We've been streaming for about a solid year now.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I look
That's
back.
crazy.
Yeah. Misty Owl is officially 1 year old.
But we
Oh,
should probably
crazy.
pop off for the
Yeah.
we're still streaming.
Oh,
Alright.
So,
So happy 1 year, everybody. I
Yeah.
guess.
Happy 1 year.
Doing, yeah.
So,
I'm 25.